Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome the Shamokin area Indians football team, head coach Tom DeFrancesco, cheerleaders, band, and director Kevin Steyer, and Shamokin area fans to Mount Carmel and the Silver Bowl and the Shamokin Indians are now taking the field. Tonight will mark the 100th meeting on the gridiron of these two schools. The Red Tornadoes are entering their 114th year of high school football. Montgomery students would remind you that the use of tobacco is smoking and chewing prohibited in the stands. A reminder to all fans, please support your team. They are high school students, not paid professionals, and they need your support, not criticism or abuse. The game balls are donated by the Union National Bank of Mount Carmel and Bob Aswani State Legislature of the 107th District. Souvenir footballs thrown into the stands by Mount Carmel area cheerleaders are donated by the Union National Bank of Mount Carmel. Students leaving the stadium will not be permitted to re-enter without paying again. It is requested that students remain seated in their own stands. And now the starting lineup for the Shamokin area Indians. At wide receiver, number 2, a 5'10", 154-pound senior, Christian Eby. Left tackle, 51, 5'10", 210, 11th grade, Adam Kirk. Left guard, number 71, a 5'9", 224-pound sophomore, Eric Troxel. At center, number 56, a 5'8", 194-pound junior, Conrad Taylor. At right guard, number 53, a 6', 220-pound senior, Michael Cicatano. Right tackle, number 73, a 6', 240-pound senior, Chris Tobias. Tight end, number 23, a 6'2", 197-pound senior, Justin Jaworski. At wide receiver, number 12, a 5'10", 185-pound senior, David Shaw. At quarterback, number 13, a 5'10", 175-pound senior, Mark Persing. At running back, number 49, a 5'9", 205-pound junior, Jordan Haddock. And at fullback, number 47, a 6'3", 255-pound senior, Tyler Griffith. The head coach of the Shamokin area Indians, Carmel DeFrancesco. Assistant coaches, Joe Aaronfield, Phil Stamen, Corey Hauser, Pat DiRienzo, and Dave Cooknock. And now the starting lineup for the Red Tornadoes of Mount Carmel area. At split end, number 12, a 6'6", 225-pound senior, Mark Ambrose. Left tackle, number 56, a 6'2", 260-pound senior, Billy Zaratsky. Left guard, number 52, a 5'11", 210-pound sophomore, James Phillips. At center, number 60, a 6', 250-pound sophomore, Chris Steck. At right guard, number 65, a 6'1", 220-pound senior, Mike McCollum. Right tackle, number 55, a 6', 215-pound senior, Logan McCracken. Tight end, number 48, a 6'1", 220-pound senior.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornado football. Tonight, the Red Tornadoes on their home field entertain the Shamokin area Indians. Arch rival, arch everything. And it's for the coal bucket, folks. And I'll tell you what, gang. We have with us tonight a special guest. We have a student broadcaster with us, which we have been trying to do on and off for the past 17 years and have been occasionally successful. But we have a live volunteer in the booth that'll be talking with us tonight. Mark Stankiewicz joins the crowd along with Wayne Brokenshire tonight. Mark, welcome aboard.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be aboard with you guys for this awesome rivalry.
Now, if only you say that when you're done, it'll be a success.
I'm sure I will.
Folks, tonight has so many subplots, so many sub-ideas, so many subtitles that it's going to be really hard to understand them all. First, let me try to tick off a few of them. One, arch rivals. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the 100th time that a Shamokin Indian and Mount Carmel area football team has met on the field of battle. 100 years, folks. This is it. The Coal Bucket, the prize. The Coal Bucket is the longest-running high school award in Pennsylvania. No one else has been doing it longer than these two teams have as far as exchanging the Coal Bucket. Both of them, AA. Both of them off to a tough start. Both teams entered the game 1-2, although a little bit differently in that the Indians, Wayne, come in 1-2 with a win. The Red Tornadoes come in 1-2, suffering the worst pasting in 82 years.
Well, I'll tell you, they played a good game against Biglersville at the beginning of the season, although in rain, that we go down to Lancaster Catholic, of course, and play an excellent team, a AA team down there that was ranked probably third in the state at that time. Got beat there and then go over to Southern and, of course, get beat over there. Shamokin coming off their win from Jersey Shore, which is a plus for Shamokin area coming into this game.
Absolutely. I mean, they have to have the momentum. They have to be looking last week, and Mark, as a student, I mean, you got to understand what that's like. They take a beating like that, 54-0, off another arch rival. It wasn't just another team. It was Southern. So, I mean, I know you're in school all week. You're hearing what's going on there, and that'll be a tough road to hoe this week.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the week, the team was really down on themselves after a really tough game against Southern, but the last couple of days, they seem like they're ready to bounce back here against the Indians.
Well, we saw them at Supper Club last night, and I want to say a couple of things. Supper Club was the largest crowd at Supper Club probably in the last 5 years. What a turnout. One of the things tonight, one of the subplots that I was talking about tonight, at halftime, Mount Carmel area will recognize and honor at a 10-year anniversary the 1996 state championship team. So a touch of history, a touch of tradition for the Red Tornadoes, something that they dearly need, something they need a past that they could touch back to and look back on and say, hey, this is Red Tornadoes. This is 5 state championships. We got to right this ship. We got to get back on the field, and there's only one way to do it. And that's the best part about a football team in the season. 7 days later, you either atone for it or you don't. Right. And that's what they're up to tonight. The Indians, for the first time in a couple of years, have to think this could be their night.
You're talking about one of the veteran teams. It's a team that has matured over the years. They've been playing together for the last 2 seasons at least, and have gelled together quite nicely. This is truly the team to look at here. Some standouts, as we know. Christian Eby, we saw him play an excellent game against Southern area, and that was their home opener. I think he caught the ball for something like 180 yards that night. I mean, he was just outstanding. Jordan Hadoff, a junior, playing some outstanding. We've been watching him since his freshman year at that linebacker position, have probably picked him to be one of the outstanding linebackers to come out of Shamokin area. Tyler Griffiths, who got injured last week, but he's all bundled up over there. He's ready to play the game. He's playing some excellent football. Eric Troxel, he's only a sophomore. Conrad Kaler coming in again. He was their center last year. Nate Ford, a newcomer. He's only a freshman. He is their linebacker. This is a kid to watch tonight. Brent Forbes plays the outside linebacker position. He has great lateral movement. Zach Phillips, he's a junior this year. He's been playing for 2 years for Coach DeFrancisco in the backfield. And Mark Persing, of course, their quarterback. Coach DeFrancisco has done an outstanding job with Mark and has brought him along. He's looked very good this season so far.
All right, guys, the Indians won the toss and they deferred. They elected to kick. So the Red Tornadoes will receive and go on offense. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, Haynes, number 32. He's near side, far side, Kogut, number 21. Team the ball up for the Shamokin Indians will be, where are we looking at? Is it
Steve Backus looks like there.
Let me look here. I hope your eyes are better than mine. That's one of the great moments of having a young guy here. We might, yes, his eyes are better, Wayne.
Yes.
All right, so.
We'll certainly keep him around, that's for sure.
All right, number 7, Steve Backus is going to do the kickoff chores for the Indians, and shortly we are underway now. Ball goes deep right to Kogut, right at the 5-yard line, and Kogut starts up right at the middle of the field. Kogut's got himself ahead of steam, and Kogut on a great return up over the 30-yard line out to the 32-yard line where it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes.
That's really what the Tornadoes needed there to get a little bit of field position. Wouldn't be good to start the game out backed up near their own end zone.
Well, both coaches, Mark, said the same thing. A good start is the key to this football game, and you made a good point there. All right, the Red Tornadoes come out. Washleski, number 7, comes out. He's got Haynes and Kogut in a split backfield behind him. Everybody tight. Pahutsky out to his right. Haynes in motion. And we go with a keeper from the quarterback. And he's going to pick up about a yard in a play, but a face mask. He stopped in there by number 12, Dave Shaw, for the Indians. And you'll hear Dave Shaw's name a lot tonight, guys.
And I apologize to Dave. He is one of the outstanding athletes over there also. As I was looking down through the list, we had mentioned his name quite a bit last year. He just did an outstanding job for Shamokin.
All right, so they're going to mark the face mask penalty off, and it's going to be the 5-yard variety. So it's incidental face mask contact. So it'll bring the ball out over the 35-yard line up to the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up on the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Haynes on the carry, following Kogut around, and Haynes has got a head of steam on him, and Haynes will take it right up to the midfield stripe, the 50-yard line, 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes.
That time they caught Shamokin blitzing off of Steck's left side, inside the gap there. Haynes, of course, with a head of steam, did get around the corner. They did seal to the outside, and a nice run by Haynes.
The offensive line there gave him a nice opening to get around the outside.
Yeah, that's a good seal block on that outside as he made the turn. Kogut went in motion to that side, a play we've not seen so far this season. Now we're back into a one-back offense. We put Ambrose in motion, and we pitch it to Ambrose, and big number 12 coming around the end. He got a block from Kogut, and he'll take it down inside Indian territory, down at the Indian 42-yard line.
Ambrose making a nice run. That's the first time, maybe the first or second time only we've seen that play.
Here you see the replay be coming right at you.
Coming right at you, and of course Mark puts on a head of steam here. Gets around the corner. Of course, great pursuit by Shamokin, pickup of 9 yards.
All right, brings up a 2nd and 1 here for the Red Tornadoes in Indian territory early in the game here. 11:20 into the first quarter. A lot of motion. In fact, every play so far, and this will be Haynes, and Haynes will not do it. And making the play down there was number 30, Matt Marcheski. Matt Marcheski penetrated, knocked Haynes off his feet, and we'll call it no gain. He'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Matt Marcheski, he's a sophomore, 143 pounds. He's playing nose guard for De Francisco.
And quite frankly, he doesn't even look that big to tell you the truth. He looks like a big 143. But a nice play by Marcheski. Are we going to a full house backfield? Boom Boom Shinsky's in there with Julius Demetrius, Haynes. Haynes will get it and he'll follow those 2 big lugs. And Haynes is going to tiptoe. And I don't know where he went out at.
He's going to be about a half a foot short from the first down. Didn't get up to the 40-yard line.
Here you see it. He'll be coming right at you again. And he's trying to make the corner, and he doesn't quite get around the corner. And now you see number 40 making the play down there. That's Nick Demansky, a kid we heard a lot about in the last couple of weeks, a young guy that's really coming on for the Indians. So it brings up a 4th down and about 6 inches. The Red Tornadoes down. The ball's inside the Indian 41-yard line. The Red Tornadoes now line up in a power backfield, only they go power right instead of power left.
Shamokin jumps into a 6-2, puts 2 people in the nose position.
Quarterback sneak and easily picked up by Wasilewski. That time Steck, the big center, plowed his way right over Marcheski. Wasilewski picks up the 1st down and the drive continues now. The ball will be placed down at the Indian 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, they just got a good push there behind the big guy Steck and got about 3 yards there for the 1st down.
Yeah, absolutely nice surge in that middle of the line. Again, quarterback sneak only works if the center does his job. All right, 1 guy in the backfield, and that's Haynes. Kogut comes in motion. And it's Haynes again on the carry. Haynes cuts upfield, and Haynes will take it down to about the 35-yard line. Call it the 36.
Number 51, Adam Dirk is playing the middle linebacker position. He's sort of picking a gap someplace, and they're just releasing him all the time, coming through the line.
All right, Blitzky in the lineup. Now, the Red Tornadoes have not spread the offense at all so far in the game. This has been a very tight offense for them, as they usually come out spread all over the field. They remain tight on a 2nd and 7 now. Again, 1 man in the backfield, and that's Haynes. And Haynes, Kogut. Kogut on the inside handoff. Kogut goes inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He's very close to a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Tyler Griffiths, number 47 that time, almost saved a touchdown because Kogut had some running room. Tyler came back from that right side on the defense and made a strong hit, although Kogut still picks up 9 yards.
I'll tell you what, guys, it looks like the Tornadoes' motion might be confusing the defense a little bit out there.
Right, this is not an offensive set that we have seen so far this year. All right, we go into a full house backfield. And again, we sneak it, and Wasilewski will pick it up. The quarterback once again following Steck, the big center, and he'll pick up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes, when they put the ball down. Maybe not. I'm not too sure. How he didn't. Where they put the ball down, he didn't get it. It's not where he ended up at, but that's not where the ball is either. And it's going to be 4th down. It's not a 1st down. And quite frankly, I'd call that a 1st down every time I see it. So, sorry.
Looked like he got big enough push to get the yard that he needed, but
yeah, I thought he did too. But he got a poor spot. I can guarantee he's coming up short, folks. I don't even have to look at this measurement. He did not make it when they put the ball back down. He's going to come up less than a yard. There you can see the signal. So a little less than a yard to go. It's 4th down. The ball down on the Indian 29-yard line. The initial offensive drive of the evening for the Red Tornadoes. It's 8:41 here in the 1st quarter.
They're playing a stunt. Shamokin's defense is playing a stunt right over the top of Steck. Marcheski, number 30, is picking a gap and going to it. And number 51, Adam Dirk, is coming up on the other side from the linebacker position. Now, last time, Shamokin put 6 men on the line and pinched the center, and exactly what they're doing this time.
All right, a split backfield for the Red Tornadoes. And again, we sneak it, and second effort is going to get the 1st down and then some. Wasilewski on a great second effort run by Wasilewski. It's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes.
He got hit on that play, but he stuck with it and gained the 1st down there.
He went to the open spot. It was jammed up over the center, but he took off over to guard position, and there was an opening there because Shamokin's defense was pinching the center.
Folks, I want to also tell you that this is not an illusion. This is not magic. You're watching a Mount Carmel area football game on a Friday night, and it is not raining. And that's something to go by right now, because we have seen torrential rain the first 3 games of the season. It's a picture-perfect night in the Silver Bowl as the Red Tornadoes line up on a first down in a split backfield.
Straight dive play.
Kogut with the ball right at the tackle. He takes the tackle dive, and he's going to gain a couple of yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Adam Dirk coming through from that linebacker position. And I think that's his main aim all tonight, is just to pick the gap and to come up straight through it. And, of course, he makes the tackle on Haynes.
Very nice offensive drive to start this football game for the Red Tornadoes, and they obviously want to come out of this thing with some points on the board. And keep in mind, their regular place kicker is not playing tonight.
That's right.
So a field goal is not a given, as it would have been with him in the game. Moreau's now in motion, coming towards the Red Tornadoes sideline, and we give it to Haynes, and the ball's on the ground. Ball hit the ground. It's going to be recovered by the Red Tornadoes. Washaleski falls back on it, but a tough play for the Red Tornadoes, and it's going to be a loss on the play all the way back out to the Indian 29-yard line. Here you see it. I don't know if you can see the ball hit the ground on the replay.
It was a mishandoff. Haynes wasn't even close enough to get the ball. You see, he didn't even have it. Dropped it by Washaleski, dropped it, tried to hand off on the inside.
They're lucky they still recovered that one, though.
Absolutely, because there were more Indians than Red Tornadoes there, Mark. All right, it brings up 3rd and 13 now for the Red Tornadoes, and now we go split wide. We put Washaleski in the shotgun. Plenty of time. He looks downfield, and he's got Pahutsky. And Pahutsky will go down inside the 25-yard line, then around the 24.
And again, you see the hard rush by Shamokin. They're blitzing everybody coming up through the center, trying to give Washaleski a little bit of a headache back there so he can't see his receivers.
Getting really good pursuit on him, though, putting some pressure on him.
All right, it's 4th down now. It's 4th and just, I'd say, 9.5. So 4th and 9.5 for the Red Tornadoes. Washaleski trots in with the play from Coach Brennan. Biggest play of this offensive drive right here, folks. The ball's sitting now squarely where they place it. It's squarely on the 25-yard line of the Indians. They wind the clock.
And on that play, if you were not watching, number 48, Avellino, was open downfield.
All right, now we go with Haynes as the lone back. Pahutsky's wide to the right. Kogut in motion. Everybody's out right now. A lot of time. He looks downfield, and he tried to get Pahutsky in a flag. Flag down. That's going to be interference against the Shamokin Indians, and that will be a first down. The infraction took place at the 12-yard line, guys, and we'll watch them mark this off, but clearly defensive interference.
What happened, the defender was in front. The receiver got behind him. When the defender turned around, he ran right into the receiver.
I'm not sure if you'll see. There you go, right here. Now, I don't know if you're going to see
right there.
Right there. There's the interference, right in front of you, folks.
Yeah,
right in front of you.
He wasn't playing the ball there. He was playing the player.
Right, exactly. He never turned his back around until it was too late. So now it is first down, Red Tornadoes, and they put the ball down. They're going to mark it off. It'll go inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. And let's see where they, it's 15, yeah, about the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes from the Indian 13-yard line. Red Tornadoes slowly spreading the offense out as we're split wide right and left now. One back, Haynes in the backfield.
Kogut out here isolated.
Ambrose goes in motion after stepping back into the slot position, but we go with Haynes. Haynes trying to make the corner, and he won't. A nice play by number 40, Domansky, to stop that play right at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough down here for the Tornadoes, down in the red zone. Shamokin, of all the years that we've been watching Warren, have some great lateral pursuit coming from their defense. They're on top of the ball all the time. There's 2-3 guys around the ball making the tackle.
All right, 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play for the Red Tornadoes. And he'll come out now in a straight I formation. Boom, boom, Shinsky. at that fullback spot now. And we pitch it to DeMarco, number 26. DeMarco in the game for the Red Tornadoes. And DeMarco takes it down only to about the 11-yard line. Again, about 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Zach Phillips, number 5, making the tackle out there. Great open field tackle by Zach.
Change up the personnel on that last play for the Red Tornadoes with DeMarco and Shinsky then in the backfield. First time they've paired up tonight. DeMarco at that tailback spot. They stay in that with that formation, at least, in that Shinsky will remain in the game along with DeMarco. And now DeMarco comes out, Kogut and Haynes back in, and Shinsky out. So I spoke too soon. A lot of shuffling in that huddle at the last minute. All right, it's 3rd down to 9. 4:34 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. The Red Tornadoes threatening.
Pass.
And he's under heavy pressure, and he'll go down. That's number 45, Brent Forbes, blitzing off the linebacker spot and drops Wachaleski for a big loss.
Yeah, he didn't really have a chance to get rid of that ball there.
Here you see the replay.
Comes through on the right side of the offense. Nobody touched him. Marcus had no time to even turn around and look. Forbes had him from behind.
All right, the ball gets placed back out over the 20-yard line, out at the 23-yard line. It's 4th down and about 20 now for the Red Tornadoes. Wachaleski drops back. He's looking for Ambrose in the corner.
Ambrose has it.
Tipped away at the last minute by Chris Eby. Down in the corner. He got the matchup he wanted. It's a tall Ambrose against Eby, but Eby makes a nice defensive play in the corner and just tips the ball away at the last minute. And the Indians have turned the Red Tornadoes away. The Red Tornadoes eating up almost the entire first quarter on that offensive drive and come away with no points.
That was great awareness there by Eby, knowing where the ball is and put his hand up just at the right time to tip it away.
All right, first offensive play for the Indians tonight from their own 23-yard line. Persing brings him up. He's got a split backfield in back of him. I'm sorry, he's in the shotgun. From the shotgun. He looks downfield. He's got number 12, Shaw. And Shaw runs up the Red Tornado sideline out over the 25-yard line out to about the 27.
Dave Shaw, he's a senior. He is truly coming into his own. Last year, of course, he just kept the team together. He played outstanding football from the beginning of the season till the end of the season. As a senior now, he's truly stepped up.
All right, 2nd and 5 now for the Indians out of the shotgun. Haddock with the ball. Nice play by Ambrose. Ambrose stayed his ground and pinched in and knocks Haddock down. A gain of about 1 on the play, if that. It'll bring up third. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 5. No gain at all.
Yeah, that's what the Tornadoes need. They need Ambrose to stay where he's at, and the other defensive end on the other side. Don't move, stay. Don't go with any fakes. This is a mobile quarterback. Persing will catch you sleeping and get around you.
All right, 3rd and 5 now for Persing, again in that shotgun, and he'll remain in that for most of the game. He drops back to pass, and he's got Shaw, but only for a gain of a couple of yards, out to about the 30-yard line. It's 4th down.
Tell you what, Ambrose already in this series on defense is playing some outstanding football. He's playing great defense this year. We've seen him down at Allentown Central Catholic, and tonight he's all over the field. He's playing the strong side against Shamokin's offense.
It was Johnson, I believe, that made the play, correct? 35?
That I didn't see.
I believe it was 35. I was my understanding 35 wasn't going to play tonight, but Johnson was out. I'm wrong, he's in. I got that name wrong. I was that odd as Swartz out of my regular place at Supper Club, and I didn't know what to do.
65, Mike McCullum playing in on the other side.
Ball hits the ground. Shaw does a nice job of getting it off. And Kogut will call for a fair catch at the 42-yard line. A nice play by Shaw.
Yep.
As the ball came back low, he dribbled it and was able to recover and get the punt off.
No, number 65, Ward. Mike McCollum is playing the other defensive end position.
65.
Yep, 65.
I tell you what, this aging process is more horrible than I could have ever imagined. Mark, don't let this happen to you.
I'll try not to.
All right, Wasilewski under center, Ambrose in motion. And it goes to Haynes, and the ball's on the ground,
out.
and the Indians have
Shamokin
recovered.
has it.
The Indians recover the fumble out at the 46-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. It's 1st and 10 Indians on the Haynes fumble. I did not see who recovered the fumble, guys. I don't know if you guys got a number out there.
There was a number of Shamokin players over there. I just couldn't see.
Yeah, the young guys didn't work too well on that play.
All right. Minute 58 remaining in the first quarter play. No score. The Indians at the Red Tornado 46, 1st and 10 as they go on offense after the fumble. And now Persing goes under center, and he goes into a straight I formation now.
Pass.
Looks back, and he's got a guy open, and it's Shaw, and Shaw makes a nice catch. Moreau's had him well covered, but Shaw, a nice catch at the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Indians.
Nice pass by Persing also. He laid it out there, and he had to make sure that he got over Rose's hands right into Shaw. Shaw watches it right into his hand, makes a great reception for a first down on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you're right, Wayne. He had some nice finesse on that pass.
Yeah, he did.
All right, back in the shotgun now. He leaves Haddock next to him for protection. He split two guys out right, one close to us along the sideline, and he's looking right away, and he's got his man. And that's number 11 down there, Jared Savloff, the junior, and he takes it down to the 20-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 again. Here you see the play on replay. Look, he looks immediately to the right. I mean, he was always going that way. He sent two guys in the pattern. You'll see him hit 11 down there, and he was wide open, guys.
Yeah, Mark Ambrose is about the only pressure coming in at this point. Shamokin is doing some great pass blocking for Persing.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 20. Persing in the shotgun. This time it's Haddock on a handoff right up the middle, and Haddock will come down to the 15, 14-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. It's 2nd down and 4.
Straight dive play, trapped to the left side, off center. And, of course, Haddock is out for almost 6-7 yards.
There you see the hole he had, and it was a good hole, and he went through it.
Shamokin's offensive and defensive lines are both getting a good push right now off the ball.
Yep.
All right, 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play as the Indians line up. Persing looks over the defense. He has everybody in a trips left formation. He's trips left on this play. Nobody out to the right. Haddock standing next to him, and they'll give it to Haddock again on the same play. And Haddock's in, and Haddock scores. And the Indians are on the scoreboard first here with 11 seconds left in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Indians. Haddock on a 14-yard run.
That looked like a checkoff play. You see Persing looking back to Coach DeFrancisco, and I think Coach called the play once the defense was set up. It was going to Haddock. It looked like they were going to the outside looking for pass.
He went in 14 yards untouched, guys.
Another great hole by the offensive line there.
Yep.
All right, number 7 in the ball game, and that's Backus, and he'll do the extra point duty.
Ooh,
and the ball is on the ground. Ball's fumbled. Backus is going to fall on it wisely. The center, the ball never came back from the center. That's unusual. I don't know exactly how that happened, but the ball just dribbled right in back of the line. So the score will remain the Shamokin Indians 6, the Red Tornadoes 0. The guy shaking up on the play actually was Persing, and he jumped back up. They're looking at him. The trainer's looking at him, but he's walking off the field. But he was the holder, and when he went and tried to recover the fumble, you got all 22 guys diving on him. But he looks like he's okay. Obviously, the Indians need to breathe a sigh of relief if he is okay, because they'll be in tough straits if he's not, the quarterback. But he looks like he'll make it. All right, the Red Tornadoes go back to receive the kickoff. Haynes and Kogut again are the tandem in the back. Haynes closest to us. Backus will come in here to do the kickoff duties, and the Indians drawing first blood, guys, and both coaches thought that was extremely important in this football game.
Yes, in this football game, no matter when they play, whoever scores first, of course, has the momentum going. Mount Carmel drives all the way down to the 13-yard line, and Shamokin's defense did stiffen up, and that was a plus in their favor. That's where it first started.
All right, Backus lets it rips. It's a nice kick. This time it'll be Haynes right about the 8-yard line. Haynes right up the middle of the field. And Haynes has himself a head of steam. And Haynes all the way out over the 40-yard line. It took number 19 for the Indians, and that's Jonathan Craw. And Jonathan Craw saved the touchdown.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Haynes had a head of steam coming. Some good blocking right up through the center of the field, of course. And, your safety valve makes the tackle for you.
Tornadoes
nice
again.
Go ahead, Mark.
Tornadoes again have some decent field position here. We'll see if they can muster up some offense.
Absolutely. Ball sitting right at the 40-yard line as they go on offense. You got Shinsky and DeMarco in that I formation. He's got two guys out to his right. The slot back begins the move in motion. That's Kogan. Now he'll set up further out, and he goes the other way. DeMarco. And DeMarco will fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. Haddock, number 49, doing the damage down there for the Indians. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Shamokin is stunning every play. Either they're coming from the right side, left side, and they're protecting the wide side of the field.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first quarter of play here at the Silver Bowl with the score of the Shamokin area Indians 6, the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 0. A very interesting first quarter, guys. The Red Tornadoes had the ball pretty much most of the quarter, and they're on the short end of a 6-0 score. All right, it's 2nd and 10 now. Red Tornadoes out at their 40-yard line as we begin the first play of the second quarter. Haynes, the lone back. Moreau's in motion now. And Marcus goes back to pass. He's got some time, and he's going to be knocked down finally. He made a good decision in the end.
Yes, he did.
51 was the guy that probably was first there, Adam Turk. But Wasilewski, he took the sack, but he actually made a good decision. He was trying to get to Ambrose. Ambrose was covered. In fact, the guy had position on him.
88, Nate Ford. He's playing the defensive end position, of course. He just released and stayed on Mark Ambrose the whole time. And that's where the ball was going. The ball was going to Mark. And, of course, Marcus, again, like you said, did the right thing, and he pulled it down.
All right, it's 3rd and 20 now. Haynes again, the lone back. Wasilewski back to pass. And he's got Pahutski, and this time he's got him open. Pahutski's wide open, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
That time he caught the defender looking into the backfield. And
here you have it. Here's the replay. That's a 71-yard or 69-yard pass play.
Yep.
I think that's the Marcus we're used to seeing right there.
There you have. Look how open he was. Wait, he got behind the defender. He beat Eby. And Eby again, I think you're right. Got caught.
That's Zach Phillips.
I'm sorry, Phillips, not Eby. Number 5. Got caught looking in that backfield one step, and Pahutski got around him. Wasilewski in to do the point after duties, of course, with our guy missing. And he puts it up, and it's good. And the Red Tornadoes lead in the football game for the first time. Red Tornadoes 7, Indians 6 at the 11:07 mark of the second quarter of play. Of course, Kufta, number 3, the place kicker and defensive back for the Red Tornadoes, not in the game tonight, not suited. And Wasilewski, the surprise extra point kicker. We didn't know that until last night that he'd be doing it.
And not often do you see a quarterback also kick the extra points.
Yes, it's an extremely rare situation.
Or your quarterback holding the ball for extra points either. Usually you try to get a receiver down there, you save your quarterback a little bit.
So lightning strikes almost instantly after the Indians score, and they're now trailing by a point to the Red Tornadoes. The Red Tornadoes get ready to kick off, and kicking off for the Red Tornadoes will be Shinsky, number 34. He'll be kicking down there to number 2, Eby, the closest guy to us, and number 34, Tyler Dorenzo in the middle, and number 5, Phillips at the far end over there. So there's a 3-man deep drop for the Indians as Shinsky tees it up.
Tell me over the 17 years that we've been doing this, how many times we have seen the tide change back and forth from one side to the other in this game?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it just amazes me how quickly it turns.
Shinsky, and it's a nice kick, goes down to Eby, about the 7-yard line, and Eby heads upfield, and he's knocked down there by DeMarco. A nice open field tackle by DeMarco, number 26. The Indians are in business at their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
Then Jake Shinsky, after kicking the ball, goes down and also makes and helps out on the tackle.
There you see Eby. He's going to head right to the middle of the field where he believes the wedge is opening. And you'll see right there, that's DeMarco, knocks him off his feet. Looked like a street coming by there. DeMarco's a sophomore, 5'7", 155, and just like Marcheski, I think they're a little bit generous with the 5'7". But hey, that's me. You didn't hear that here, Mark. Mark, don't be talking like that now.
I'm sorry.
All right. Persing back in a shotgun. He walks up to the line, gives him some instructions, and back in the shotgun. And he gives it to Haddock, and Haddock has a seam again. And a nice tackle down there by the Red Tornadoes, and that's Morose. He knocks Haddock down about the 29-yard line. It's about a 5-yard gain. Not quite 5, but it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Indians. And that play, again, the Indians ran last week, guys, out of an I formation almost exclusively running, and now they come out, we don't see the I at all, and we're seeing Haddock, who's standing next to him when they go into that shotgun. All he does is hand the ball off, and Haddock decides which direction then, depending on which way the line surge is. All right, he's barking orders out. He's got 2 guys out to his right, 1 on the short side of the field to the left, and he goes right down there to number 12, Shaw. And Shaw is going to be brought down. A nice play by the Red Tornadoes. Actually, a play that looked like it was going somewhere, and Kogut ended it early, and they'll put the ball down about the 32-yard line.
I think DeMarco came up and see if that was first. Yeah, it was DeMarco. DeMarco's playing the corner out here. He did come up very quickly and took the blocker on. Somebody tried to curl around. I think it was number 11. He's going off the field right now. That's Savlov, Jared. He tried to come around and block DeMarco out of the way.
All right, it's 3rd and 2, and they go in now to the shotgun. Phillips is the tailback in back of Haddock. And they give it to Phillips, and Phillips has the first down and then some. And Phillips out over the 45-yard line, out to the 47-yard line where it's 1st and 10. A nice play by Phillips.
There's an I formation for you. Off tackle. I think Coach DeFrancisco has seen something on the right side of the defensive line for Mount Carmel, because most of his running that he's doing is going to the left, and he is very successful at it tonight thus far.
Right now, 2 guys split wide left. One over here on the right by the Red Tornadoes sideline, and Haddock standing next to him as he does almost all game. Straight drop back. He looks downfield, and he has his receiver in Red Tornado territory down at the Red Tornado 45-yard line. He hit Jared Savlov. Savlov made a nice catch as he came back to the ball.
Now, that ball was thrown a little low that time, and it was ready to skip off the turf. Jared dives for the ball and makes a great reception.
All right, it's 2nd down and about 2 now for the Indians at the Red Tornado 45. He's out in the shotgun. This time he leaves 2 guys up there, both of them, one on either side, and he's going to carry it, and nowhere to go. Goins, number 52. Now, he left 2 guys back there to help him, and neither one of them can stop Goins. Yeah. And Goins sacks him back inside the Red Tornadoes, inside Indian territory, just on their side of the 50.
James Goins, I trained with him up at Star Gym during the week. I'll tell you what, he's an intense kid and a very dedicated kid. He lifts off season and during the season. He's up there lifting just about every night.
Just an observation, but maybe you're not as dedicated, or
I don't have to be.
I mean, just looking at the 2 of you, I don't know where that went wrong at. All right, it's 3rd down and 7 now. Shotgun straight back. He looks downfield, and he's trying to reach his guy down there, and a penalty flag goes. They throw a penalty flag on the Red Tornadoes. It's going to be defensive interference. They were covering Eby, and it'll be 1st down Indians deep in Red Tornado territory.
I don't know about this call, fellas.
Yeah, he rode him all the way down, Eby pushing him to the outside while the ball was up in the air. That ball is catchable. It belongs to both, but that was the way it went. We talked about this before the game. I was talking with Jose, and we said that Eby is one that you have to watch the whole game. He gets behind you, he's going to hurt you because nobody's going to catch him.
All right, the 15-yard penalty for pushing is marked off, and they set the ball down at the Red Tornado 35-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Indians off the big penalty. Now he goes into an I formation, and Persing will go under center on one of the rare times so far this evening. 7:22 remaining here in the 2nd quarter, and Persing drops back to pass, finds the guy he's looking for, number 5, Phillips, and Phillips all the way down to the Red Tornado 26-yard line. He may be a yard or so short of the 1st down.
That's all, a yard short. Nice call and great play by Phillips. He worked the sideline all the way down until he couldn't go anymore, and he stepped out of bounds.
Here it is, right at you, coming right towards you. Does not get any better than this, folks. And there you can see number 35 for the Red Tornadoes making the defensive play, pushing him out of bounds, and that's Johnson. All right, now a lone back in the backfield, Haddock, number 49. He has 2 guys split out to his left, one right, and it's Haddock. And this time Haddock's not going to go far, although he will pick the 1st down up. He's inside the 25 at the 24 where it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, safe play by Coach. It was just a straight handoff and right up over center. He just needed a yard to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They got exactly what they needed there.
All right, the Indian drive now sustained by the penalty, and they're looking good here deep in Red Tornado territory. As Persing will bring them up. And the timeout on the field, the Red Tornadoes have called timeout, and they want to talk about that defense here at the 6:58 mark of the 2nd quarter. The Red Tornadoes leading by the scant margin of 7-6. So, Mark, what possessed you to stand around with the 2 of us? I mean, or did they give you money? You can tell the truth. It won't hurt us.
I'm not going to lie, fellas. I'm not getting any money for this. I did a couple soccer games. I did the Powder Puff football game last year, and I really enjoyed it. So, Mr. McPhee in the studio asked me to help you guys out for a couple games, see how I liked it.
Oh, did you get that, Mr. McPhee, to help us out?
I'm training right now.
Are we doing something wrong, Wayne?
Well, you're doing everything perfectly fine, Wayne.
I can't talk. I think I'm having a heart attack.
Oh, you really?
I can't believe it.
Yeah, you remember what the rule is. You hit the floor, you're there by yourself. Sorry.
How am I supposed to replace you guys? That's impossible.
Well, I don't know if that's good or bad, though. All right. They wind the play going here. The Indians come out, and they're going to come out split wide. 2 receivers, twins, right and left. He leaves Haddock in. I would have got there. Very funny. And now Persing under some pressure, and he'll tuck the ball and run. And nice play along the sideline. A very nice play by Persing. He's inside the 15, down at the 13-yard line.
And what happened, somebody on the defense stopped pursuit. And when they stopped, Persing picked up an extra 3 yards just because someone stopped.
No, here you'll see. You can't get a better view of it than this, guys, unless you're actually tackling him. I mean, this is as good as it gets. Johnson's the guy that forces him, but he gets around Johnson, and then it takes Kogut to force him out of bounds. But it brings up a 2nd down, and it's like 2nd down and 2 inches. Now, oddly enough, at 2nd down and 2 inches, they go into a shotgun formation, and now they're going to, they're all confused there. So I believe the Indians have called timeout, and they have. It's Coach Carmen is not the happiest camper right now. he has a conversation with a couple of guys on his way through, but it's timeout on the field here. I don't know what that is.
The clock kept on running. They wanted to.
I'm sorry. It should be about. It was like 6:58 actually when it was somewhere right around there. So they're gonna have to reset the play clock. Of course, Mark is the son of Larry and Sharon.
Stankiewicz.
Well, I know Stankiewicz. We already said that, but I was heading, and your neighbor was where I was heading. Actually lives right down the street from you, but apparently his parents have always told him not to go near you.
That's right.
For safety reasons.
That's right. Don't even wave.
Larry, you know Larry a long time. Of course, as I told him in the beginning, I graduated with Sharon, so you know how far back we go there.
Scary thought right there.
Yes, it is. I agree with you. All right, I think we're ready to get this rolling. Now, the clock is showing 6:38, but I don't believe that's what it really is. And I guess they'll keep that on the field. I'm gonna guess that they haven't adjusted the clock, or maybe they did. It was 6:32. Maybe they went back to 38. All right, under center he goes. He has Haddock as the lone back, twins right, twins left, and he goes to Haddock, and Haddock picks up the first down. Not by much. He only needed 3 inches, and I thought he got about 6. To tell you the truth, he's real close. I mean, that was a nice play by the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, they came up from underneath, and Haddock tried to dive over.
You know what?
Third down.
He didn't get it. In fact, he lost yardage. The ball now squarely at the 15, and now it is third down and about 1. I mean, he needed 3 inches, and he didn't get it. They pushed him back to the 15, so a nice defensive stop by the Red Tornadoes, and it brings up a big third down and 1 now for the Indians.
Coach Carmel is trying to get them to hurry up. Come out of that huddle.
All right, exact same formation as he goes under center, and now he calls timeout again. And the Indians are struggling at this point in this juncture here to get a playoff.
Yeah, Coach Carm, he knew what was happening. They were in the huddle entirely too long. Persing gets up to the center, and as soon as he got under center, nobody was set yet, and the referee had his hand up already that there were 5 seconds left.
So that's the second timeout of the first half for the Indians called consecutively almost after one play. And they have 1 remaining, and it's still 3rd and 1, and this has been a long few seconds here.
Yes, it has.
As we try to get the first down for the Indians. Of course, the Indians, as I talked about this being the 100th year that these teams have met, or the itinerations of these teams going back in history, but the Coal Bucket has not visited Shamokin since 1995. A thing that I'm sure is sticking in the craw of the purple and white across the way there.
That was back when I was in 2nd grade.
So now he's rubbing salt in the wound now. It was a quarterback sneak, and they went offside. That's a momentous error there.
Yep.
That's a momentous error. No, I'm sorry. It's against Red Tornado. I thought they went off. They're going to say the Red Tornadoes jumped. Although I didn't see that, folks.
Maybe they lined off in the offside position.
Maybe. Because I didn't see anything. But I believe it goes against the Red Tornadoes.
Yes, it does.
So a big penalty goes the other way now. Ball down at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal because the ball is sticking over the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 10 for the Indians. They trail 7-6, 5:48 remaining here in the second quarter.
Jeff Kaufman, number 71, playing the nose guard position on defense for the Tornadoes.
We're seeing a straight drop back, and he's going to keep it now.
Flag.
He's gonna take it down to the 1, but a flag in the backfield.
I'm guessing holding.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah, that's never pretty.
He had a lot of pressure that time over on this side, coming in and
actually there's the hold. You can see the hold on the replay, and a great run by Persing will be negated. He took it down to the 1, but it's going to come back.
You can see how dangerous Persing is. We've seen this, and this is the reason why Coach DeFrancisco has him rolling out and getting a little bit mobile, more mobile than what he was last year. This kid can hurt you. You give him an opening, and he's going to take it. That time, takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line.
All right, the ball comes all the way back out to the Red Tornado 23-yard line. Like just outside the Red Tornado 23. So it's now first and goal from the 23 for the Indians.
No, that's the first time that Tornadoes had put pressure on him from that defensive line.
He's in the shotgun, and this time he'll leave the two guys next to him. And now he'll put number 5 in motion. Phillips goes in motion. He rolls the weight of the motion, and he goes down. And he simply slipped. I don't know. The penalty went down after that.
They might be holding again. Ambrose had so much pressure. Much pressure coming in that, and I didn't see who it was on the Shamokin side, but some good play there.
It's a shame because he went down on his own. He slipped.
Yes, he did.
Ambrose, although he put the pressure on, he didn't touch him, but that's exactly where the hold was called at. And the Indians, with a first and goal from the 10 moments ago, have imploded, and it's going to be first and goal from the
about the 42-yard line.
No, 40. Well, yeah, okay, 40. Did you say 42?
41.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's in between the 41 and the 42. That's ugly. It's first and goal, folks, from the 40. Let's say the 41. Will be nice. First and goal from the 41-yard line for the Indians. For seeing audibly at the line from that shotgun position, and now he's taking the snap, and it's going to go to Haddock. And Haddock will be brought down after a gain of a couple of yards in there, and that's Ambrose.
Ambrose making the initial hit there. He stayed in, and he came down the line behind the defensive lineman to make the tackle on Haddock. Did a nice job that time.
Ambrose is playing great defense right now.
Yes, he is. He's playing some good ball. He's since the beginning of the year, his defensive play has really stepped up.
All right. Second and goal from the 37 now. His twins out to his left. A single guy spread right out along the Sorrento sideline. And he keeps it. And he's initially tripped up down there. I'll see the guy that's Goins actually is the guy that makes the initial hit.
He makes the tackle in the backfield. Of course, Persing with his momentum picks up a few extra yards that time.
The Red Tornadoes are perfectly willing to allow this to happen. He needs to get in the end zone. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's third down, and it's third down now from the 33.
They want to keep the pressure. Their defense is doing what they want. Keep pressure on the quarterback.
And you've got to think we're going to throw the ball here. And the Red Tornadoes call timeout.
Hey, I'll tell you what, both teams are playing some excellent football, both offensively and defensively. And you can see the coaching staff on both sides so attuned to what's going on. They do not want anybody to make a mistake here as these drives are going on.
All right, it's third and 33 and third and goal in 33. This time he puts two guys wide along the Red Tornado sideline, one guy wide left. Haddock stays into the backfield. He'll stand next to Persing in the shotgun. And Persing is changing the play, looking at the defensive lineup. The Red Tornadoes look like they're coming on this play, and they are. And he looks downfield, and he's got his man, and that is Eby. Moroz will bring him down at the 15, and it's going to be fourth and goal from the 15. That was a nice play by Persing to Eby.
Nice play by Eby. Great pass pattern. But I'll tell you what, look at Mark Persing setting in the pocket there, and a great pass downfield, right in stride.
Going to try a field goal here, too.
Yes, they are. You're right. They're lining up for the field goal, and it looks like for single hold, Backus will be in for it. Wayne, tell me, with all your mathematics, how far of a field goal that's going to be?
That's going to be a 32-yard.
And placing the ball down about the 23-yard line, and he puts it up, and he puts a lot of leg in it, but it's going to go wide. He missed it, wide left, and the score will remain the Red Tornadoes 7. The Indians 6, 2:38 remaining here in the first half of play, and the Red Tornadoes, with a lot of help from the Indians on this one, have turned the Indians away.
I'll tell you what, though, if I was Coach Brennan, I would certainly think about having the ball at the end of the game with the score like it is before I would let that kid come on and kick another attempt at a field goal.
Well, he had plenty of leg. He just didn't keep it straight.
Yep.
All right, 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes. They go into a I formation. Shinsky in front of Haynes this time, and Haynes with the ball. And Haynes trying to turn the corner, and Haynes will take it up over the 20-yard line out to about the 22. It'll be about a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8.
And you see Brent Forbes coming up from the linebacker position and making the tackle. Some great lateral pursuit. He's been doing a lot of blitzing up through the center, but boy, I'll tell you what, he has some good movement from side to side.
Now, both teams have one timeout left. There's 2:09 and counting, but the Indians need to be thinking in the back of their mind that the Red Tornadoes will be punting with a new punter.
Right.
Their regular punter out for the game, so that's got to be going through Coach DeFrancesco's mind there if he can hold the Red Tornadoes here. Washleski back to throw. Spins out. He's looking for intercepted. Eby, number 2. Eby on the interception. Kohutski will push him out of bounds down at the 12-yard line. But Eby on the interception of Washleski.
A little bit of pressure that time. Washleski rolling to his right. He looked like he forced the ball. Of course, Ambrose couldn't get to it in time on his out pattern. Right there. He should have held on to the ball.
That's exactly right. He tried forcing that one in, and Eby made a great play.
Yes, he did.
All right, they set the ball down finally. It's going to actually be down. He went out of bounds, they say, at the 14. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Red Tornado 14-yard line. The Indians right away knocking back on the door again. .146 here, remaining in the first half, and a penalty flag.
Here we go again.
And I believe it's going to be illegal participation. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe. No. Well, yeah, it is. It's against the Red Tornadoes. The ball's going to go down. Coach Kogut's out on the sideline. This may be, let me see what they signal. What did they signal?
He counted. He said that we had too many guys on the field.
Right. I knew it was illegal. I could see him counting them. All right. Now it's 1st down, and it's 1st and 5 from the 10. And I'm still not sure if we have enough people here. The Red Tornadoes still confused about who should be on and off the field. This has been the weirdest, 5 minutes, guys, of the
it's coming. This is coming back here.
Which way are they going here?
Yeah, we have enough guys on the field. I don't know what they're calling. I don't think they know.
I think they're just going to wave this one off.
Yeah. I mean, I saw him count them the first time, and then he counted them real quick a second time after he threw the flag. But I'm not sure what he saw there. Now there's a timeout. I don't know if the Indians call the timeout or if, Coach DeFrancesco's in the huddle. Nobody called the timeout because nobody lost one. They're just trying to explain what went wrong. And apparently, I have to assume here that was not a penalty because the ball is back out at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 14, like it was, 20 minutes ago. All right.
Again, we got Chris Eby out here on Matt Kovaleski, number 1. He's got isolation, one-on-one.
If we don't get going here, I'm starting to cool down, and I'm the announcer.
Have to warm you back up.
My goodness. All right, we go into an I formation now. Haddock in front of Phillips. And it's Phillips. And Phillips will bull his way down for a couple of yards. Clock continues to run, 1:39 and counting. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. I'd love to know, I'm going to ask Jose if we can, what exactly they were doing at the end of the half. I don't know what that was. All right, now he's back. In that shotgun. He rolls out. He's got some time, and he's got a little bit of room, and he looks downfield. Touchdown. And that's number 23 for the Indians, Justin Jaworski. And he took it right out of the Red Tornadoes' hands.
Yeah, Mark Persing was getting ready to go out of bounds, and he just threw the ball up in the air. There was enough of defenders there that could have couldn't defend and slap that ball down.
He just threw up a jump ball there, and Jaworski went up and got it.
That was it.
Exactly 1 minute to play in the first half. The Indians out in front now, 12-7. And the Indians are calling their final timeout.
They're going to go for 2 here, try to make it a 7
That's exactly.
points.
Very good, Mark. They're going to go for 2 here, pick up that extra point that they lost earlier on.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we didn't knock this ball down, guys. I really don't. Everybody's there.
Yep.
Actually, well, I shouldn't say everybody. It looked like more guys. It was only one of us there. Yeah, it was only one of us there. It looked like we had a lot more guys there, but we didn't in the replay. It really came down to one-on-one, and Jaworski much taller than Pahutski. All right. I'm going to have to take a nap if the first half doesn't end soon. This is the second week in a row now that the first half lasted 9 hours.
Well, I think the first quarter lasted 9 hours last week.
Yeah, it was a long one.
The Indians come out, and here we go in one of those.
We're spreading everybody out. Haddock, watch Haddock off tackle, either side.
The Indians having trouble getting set. He's in that shotgun. He's got 2 guys out to his left. One of them now comes in motion. He's going to roll out and look there, and it's blocked. That's Kogut on the play. He was trying to hit Jaworski again. This time Kogut stepped in front of him, and the score will remain the Indians 12, the Red Tornadoes 7, with 1 minute to play here in the first half. Nice play by Kogut, guys. In nice position there.
Yes, he came in. Jaworski had, I'll tell you what, Jaworski was moving over from his left to his right, and he had some opening. He did hit the gap in between the defenders, but Kogut made a nice last-ditch effort, got in hand in there, and knocked the ball down.
So the Red Tornadoes trailing, and I was trying to think how often that's happened in the past 10 years or 12 years when they were, 10 years. Not often.
Nope.
Not often. They're in an unfamiliar position here on their home field as the Indians get ready. Backus getting ready to tee it up down there. Backus, a senior, 6 foot, 150-pound kicker. He's going to kick it down to Kogut on the near side here, and Haynes on the far. Going to go in the direction of Haynes, and Haynes is going to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. Goes right into the corner of the end zone, and it's going to be 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 20-yard line.
Only a minute left here to work in the first half. You think they're going to put it in the air, or are they just going to sit on it?
I'm thinking on their own 20-yard line, we're going to grind this one out and go back into the locker room and trying to format a plan for the second half. He goes back to pass. Shows you what I know, and it's Kogut. And Kogut on a nice catch up over to 35, out to the 37-yard line.
He didn't get out of bounds there, though.
Nope, he didn't. They keep the clock winding.
The clock is stopped until they set the chains. Nice play by Kogut. He moved downfield. He got to the outside.
And that's why they don't let me call any plays, Mike.
That's why you're up here and not down on the field, right?
Pretty much. We have an Indian down on the field, so it'll be a timeout on the field as the Indian kind of slowly went down, but he is down. I do not see who that is right now as the trainers come out to attend to him. And so there is another timeout. There is still, I know this is impossible to believe, but there's still 49 seconds left here in the second quarter play. And I want to take a moment here. I forgot to do this in our first home game, which seemed like 2 years ago. But I want to say a couple of special thank yous. I want to say thank you to Vine Street Hoagie Shop. Joe Gushin and his wife Sharon, of course, Joe on the school board, but they provided meat and cheese trays and hoagie trays and that kind of stuff for everybody in the press box, not just us. Actually, I was in the other room, and they actually gave it to those people, too, which I was shocked, Mark. But again, let's talk about that another time. But anyway, I want to say thank you to Divine Street again. Very nice. And also, as always, a big thank you to Boyers. Boyers with the wings, had the wings at the Biglerville game, and I just didn't say it, mostly because my mouth was full most
that
of
is
it.
True.
But thanks again to the fine folks over at Boyers. The Shamokin player is up. It's number
Phillips.
5. That's Zach Phillips, and he's kind of ginger right now, but at least he's standing up, so they're going to get him to the sideline. But he's struggling there a little bit. He's the tailback and the defensive cornerback, so he'll be missed if he doesn't come back in the game.
Yeah, we saw some excellent plays there coming off of that tailback position.
All right, they're going to hold up here until he gets off because he's actually moving very slowly, and he's not putting any pressure on that leg, so hopefully he'll be all right after the half. Great player for the Indians. Want to see him back into the game. Between the hoagies now and cheese and bologna and the wings and everything, if I can only get somebody that can start like bake donuts or something, this would be cool, or cookies or something. I can go all the way now.
I don't know anyone that makes donuts, but,
Mark, talk to your mom, would you please?
I'll give it a shot.
See what she can bake for us.
You got it.
That didn't come from me.
I heard nothing.
Number 11, Jared Savlov comes in to take Zach's place in that corner position.
Okay. It's 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Back to pass again, and we go deep for Pahutski this time, and it's going to go long out of bounds. He was well covered down there by Savlov and by number 12, Shaw. And Shaw playing the safety position right now, and he's deep. He's not letting anything get past him.
Nothing's getting back behind him. Of course, that's the same play that the Tornadoes scored on.
All right, I'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. There's 38 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's now Tuesday.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
And I've missed the entire weekend once again. Thankfully, I had nothing to do. Again, back to pass goes Washleski, finds his guy, and it's Moroz. Moroz can't hang on to the ball. He was right around the 48-yard line. Savlov on the coverage for the Indians, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Red Tornadoes with 34 seconds remaining.
Of course, the Indians playing in the prevent defense. They certainly, the 2 corners and the strong safety playing deep, protecting everything to the front of them. Blitz again by Shamokin.
A lot of time, but now he's going to have to tuck and go down. Just go down. I mean, you got to be careful on that type of play. He had a lot of time. They were well covered, and he never really got far enough away from the line of scrimmage, and another Indian is down on the field.
No, he never did. The pocket collapsed very, very quickly on Marcus that time. Some great pressure, but Shamokin had also sent the 2 outside linebackers to the outside.
First half's going to be prolonged some more here.
This is unbelievable. I'm actually thinking I might be anorexic. It's been so long since I ate a wing.
The wings are waiting for you, though.
Oh, thank God. All right, so again, as we said, other timeout on the field. And we'll see as they attend to the Indian down right now. So you're in the second half, you're heading off to do other stuff here, or what?
I'm going to have to join the student section for the second half here. We got to cheer them on a little bit.
Was it something Wayne said? I mean,
No.
Come right out in front and tell me. You can tell me.
It's okay. I like both of you guys,
You sure?
I put deodorant on too.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
It was
What brought that on?
It was Friday.
Oh, it was Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Mark, it was great. You got to come back.
Anytime.
I mean it.
Oh, I'll be back.
You got to
Don't
do some
worry.
more games with us here.
Yep.
Of course.
Absolutely, it's fantastic to have. This was the whole reason of being in this studio was to have guys like you come through this group, get some exposure on the air and get a viewpoint of the student body with us. And I can't tell you, I mean, I truly, when Dave told me you were considering it even, I said, do everything you can to get him up here, and you were an absolute joy to have with us. So you better, in fact, you don't have to worry about it. We'll find you. We know where you live.
Hey, you know my parents, so
That's right.
I might be in trouble with that one.
We know where you live, and we'll be there if you don't show up.
I don't think I'll be able to hide.
All right, we look like the Indian down is going to get up. They're taking their time with him, of course, as you'd want them to. I do not. I don't have a number. I don't see who that was. And they're going to actually walk him right off the field here with 19 seconds remaining. So he'll leave.
And he's coming off to the Mount Carmel side.
I don't know if they're taking him, why they're nice. Well, maybe the ambulance.
Yeah, the ambulances are over there.
But he's taking a slow walk off the field, and we wish him the best of luck. The fact that he's moving off to that side of the field means we probably will not see him
88?
The rest of the game. It looks like, it does look like 88. That's Nathan Ford, and he's a junior. And again, best of luck to Nathan. And hopefully this is not anything serious. Okay. We're getting ready to get this thing going because I think there must be like a law that we don't get to halftime soon. Something happens.
Yeah, it's going to rain.
As usual. I'm just going to let the clock run out here.
Well, that's a good move, actually. You didn't want to end up kicking. It is 4th down. There's no time on the clock. He sends it down deep to Kogut. And Kogut, the ball broken up. Number 12 down there, Dave Shaw, was the guy running, foot for foot with him. But that, ladies and gentlemen, that, believe it or not, is the end of the first half of play here at the Silver Bowl with the score. The Shamokin Area Indians, 12. The Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes, 7. We ask you to stand by, listen in. You'll hear the sounds of the Shamokin Indian Marching Band, but also you'll hear the Red Tornadoes honoring the 10th anniversary of their 1996 state championship team. They'll be coming on the field to rounds of applause, so stay tuned.
Leading the team onto the field, Mount Carmel Area statistician Jose Gonzalo, and we have sophomores Chris Tuff, Jake Shellhammer, Mike Sinkovich, Steve Sinkovich. Seniors Charles Adams, Pete Adelino, Rusty Lasinski, Matt Montgomery, and seniors Mike Boyer, Gary Dunn, Dave Evans, Rick Harris, Eric Higgins, Sean Draymond, Nick Kornaski, Rochelle Madeline Staub, Joey Cicatano, Fred Deep, Mike Zavarik, Damian Ziegler, and assistant coach T.J. Schultz, as well as the head coach Dave Whitey Williams. Over the past 2 years, the Mount Carmel football family has lost 2 members of the 96 state title team. We are fortunate to have family members representing the memory of Aaron Oger and Joe Costello. Representing Aaron Oger is his mother, Vanessa, and stepfather, Demetrius Kazmiri. Representing Captain Joe Costello is his brother, Jeff, and his son, Tanner Costello. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1996 PIAA state champions, Red Tornadoes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for a great performance by the Shamokin area high school band.
For them, so they need to, again, as Jose said, they're kicking off, so the Indians get the ball to start the second half, and quite frankly, he's right. They're going to have to cool Persing down, or it's going to be a long evening.
Yeah, we seen Persing. You get him out there. In fact, he took the ball from about the 12-yard line. It was a pressure from the Tornadoes and some good defensive pressure. He ran the ball right through the gap and got down to the 1-yard line. So he is dangerous. You know, you trap him back there, and he's gonna get out on you and hurt you.
Now, the important factor to remember here is, and I'm looking downfield here, I don't see him on the field. Number 5, Phillips, left the game right near the end of the first half, and he looked like, like he was hurt enough that maybe we wouldn't see him in the second half. He is the tailback and the starting cornerback, so they will miss him if he's not. He's not back deep, but I'm not sure if he plays on this team or not.
No, he's standing over on the sideline. He is taped up. He was running up and down, trying to loosen his leg up a little bit. I'm sure it's tight over there.
And they lost Nathan Ford, 88, and he will not return to this ball game tonight.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting ready here. Shinsky has it teed up. We'll get this thing rolling shortly, and we have it rolling right now. And the ball goes down to number 40. Coming up the field there, and he's got himself a lane, and he's got himself a big return. It takes Pahutsky to knock him down, but not before he returns all the way up to the Red Tornado 40-yard line, and the Indians start big, and that number 40, Nick Domansky.
Yeah, Nick Domansky. I'll tell you what, we had seen him last year play some varsity ball. Coach Carm had brought him up from the freshman team to give him some experience, and I'll tell you what a great run back. He is a sprinter on the track team and is just an outstanding athlete.
All right, 1st and 10, first offensive play of the second half, and it starts in Red Tornado territory at the 40. Shotgun formation for Persing, and he hands it to Haddock, and Ambrose will wrestle Haddock down. He'll pick up 4 yards on the play. He'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball down at the 36-yard line of the Red Tornadoes.
Ambrose is making that play, that tackle, every time Shamokin runs that play from his defensive end position. Mark is playing a good game tonight.
All right, he has Haddock and Dorenzo. Number 34 looks like he's replaced Phillips, at least at the moment.
Keeper.
It's a keeper, and a nice play. That's number 65 for the Red Tornadoes, Mike McCullum. But unfortunately, I believe we're going to get a face mask call.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're going to get here.
I forgot to ask Jose what the flag was and the non-flag and whatever we did for 20 minutes at the end of the first half. Remind me to ask him that at the end of the game if he remembers what that was. So they're going to mark off an incidental face mask. It brings the ball down to the 34-yard line. It'll bring up second down and second down and 5. Second down and 4 maybe. Let's say 4.
Yeah.
All right, shotgun formation. He has twins out on the short side of the field along the Red Tornado sideline. And he has Haddock standing next to him. And this time it's Haddock. And it's going to be McCullum with the initial hit. And he'll be the one that actually brings him down along the 29-yard line. And it's going to be
enough. That is enough for
first down. First down.
Again, Coach Carm coming out. He has the lead here. And, of course, in a drive like this, especially at the beginning, he wants to take off as much time as he possibly can. And keeping the ball on the ground, you see that time just ticking off. And they're just taking their time in the huddle.
All right, 1st and 10 now. Singh is barking orders out there, and they'll step back in that shotgun. Very animated quarterback. And it's Haddock. And Haddock makes the cut, and this time Haddock goes nowhere. He'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Number, I believe it's 50.
65, Mike
52
McCullum.
and Goins also in there.
Yep, Goins was in there. And number 74 was in Kyle Savitsky, also to make the tackle. Kyle playing in that nose guard position.
That play ran for nice yardage in the first half, but the Red Tornadoes looks like they've found a way to seal that off. And Phillips has not returned to the game yet.
They might want to keep him. He's a true defensive player.
Nice pass. He gets the ball out. He has it out there to Shaw. And Shaw, but there's 2 penalty flags. It's going to come back.
It's coming back. That's a crackback block. You can't come from downfield and take a guy out like that.
Shaw made a nice move, though. He's an exciting football player, but this play will come back. Persing is sitting on the ground, and I'm not sure if he's hurt or just taking a rest.
Taking a rest.
Okay, so he gets on. He's just sitting there. Wasn't sure what he did. So that's going to come back. And I will say one thing on the air tonight here, as I watch the Red Tornadoes, somebody better learn to tackle out there.
Oh, yeah.
You got to start tackling the guy. I'm not sure what we're doing here, but we got to tackle the guy. There's not a lot of tackling going on in that secondary. All right. They march it back, so now the ball back to the 39-yard line of the Red Tornadoes on a block in the back against the Indians. It'll bring up second down, and we're going to call it 19. Let's say 19.
Okay. All right.
So 2nd and 19. Haddock on a reverse. He hands it to Shaw. Shaw trying to make the turn, and he's not going to do it.
Ambrose.
Well, actually, Koget's the guy that hit him.
Yep.
Ambrose finished it, and he'll lose a yard or so on the play.
What happened? Ambrose stayed in where he was supposed to, and that made Shaw kick to the outside and try to get around the corner, which made him run more on a lateral trip there that time. And, of course, Koget now has enough time to come up from that corner position and makes a good hit.
All right, he lost a yard on the play, so now we'll make it 3rd down and 20. All right, a straight drop back now. He looks right away. He goes downfield, and he's picking on Kovaleski, and Kovaleski makes a great defensive play. He was trying to get Eby on the sideline, and number 1, Mark Kovaleski, the sophomore, makes a fantastic defensive stop, and it's 4th and 20 for the Indians, and it looks like the Indians may punt.
Yes, I'll tell you what, though. If you take a look at that pass that Mark Persing just threw, that was right on the money.
Yeah.
That was right there, and that was cross field yet. He was over here in front of the Tornadoes bench on the hash mark when he threw that cross field.
All right, 4th down now for the Indian Red Tornadoes. Defense stiffens here after they give up a big run back to open up the second half.
Yep.
The action, when you think about it, the Indians haven't budged. They opened up the game with a run back to the 40. The ball's on the 40 right now. 8:28 remaining in the third quarter of play. The Indians lead this ball game 12-7, and taking a lot of time.
Yeah, they were waiting.
Of time here.
Sitting here waiting for one to come in. They couldn't.
And there's, too much time. So they don't care.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal to them. Actually, the 5 yards will probably help them a little bit. I'm thinking they're taking an awful long time to get this guy in the game here.
Now, the thing you hope for is that your punter puts it where you want him to put it now.
Right. All right, Shaw will drop back in punt formation.
And we did see some centers come back. Shaw had to move the extra point dribble back.
This time a good center. Red Tornadoes all over it, but he gets a nice kick, and Kovic will let it bounce, and it's going to get into the end zone. Very lucky bounce for the Red Tornadoes. So a touchback, the ball comes out to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes on their first possession here of the second half.
Okay, now we saw, as we stated all along, the defense for Shamokin playing some havoc. We'll see if Coach Brennan has settled the kids down a little bit coming out of the locker room on the offensive side now.
Red Tornadoes need to put some offense together here and get the defense off the field. We go into a full house, heavy backfield, and we give it to Haynes, and Haynes going to try to get around the end. And Haynes makes a nice cut, and Haynes will carry it up over the 30-yard line, out to the 31-yard line for an 11-yard gain and a first down. And that's the best run of the night.
That's the best run, tough run by Haynes. Picks up 10 yards that time, dragging somebody about 5 yards wrapped around his hips here. Here's the replay coming right at you. You see the defense reacts very, very quickly right here, but he
that's
makes
the
a
cut
great
right
move.
there.
But look at the drive in his legs.
He carried Domanski along with him for a while there before Domanski finally brought him down. And now it's Haynes the other way, and Haynes was looking for a cut, and there's not much room on that side of the Shamokin area defense. He'll pick up
3.
Oh, let's see where they're 2.
2? You're going to give him 2.
I'm going to give him 2. It'll bring, well, you know what? Give him 3. You're right. You were right originally. 2nd down and 7 for the Red Tornadoes.
33, Christopher Barrett.
Coach Brennan just content here, just move the ball. He's got to get out of the hole so he can open up his playbook a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Get down in the middle of the field before you pass the ball.
All right, DeMarco now into the backfield along with Demetrius and Shinsky. And we'll pitch it to DeMarco. He's got everybody in front of him, but somebody's going to have to make the block. And DeMarco, and he took the ball from him. They call him down, but I didn't see him go down.
We're right here behind the bench. You can't see anything. But
well, he's so short.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets behind people. You don't see it. He actually carries the ball out to the 39-yard line. Let me see it. Let me see where he actually goes down at.
Yep, his knee did touch right there.
Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. Good call. There you see it. I'll tell you what, you don't see it any better than that, as his knee was down, and that's the end of the play when your knee touches. It's a great camera work by these guys tonight. I mean, they're in the play almost there. All right, it brings up 3rd and 2 now for the Red Tornadoes, and they stay in that heavy backfield. And this time it's DeMarco, and he cuts in. DeMarco is going to pick up. I thought he was going to pick up a lot more, but he picked up enough for the first down. It's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, he picked up a nice play, and it was the cutback. He was following his lead blockers there to the right. He saw there was a log jam, and he did come back. Right there, it was a good cut. Good look by Dave DeMarco.
I'll tell you, the nice block there was McCullum on Haddock.
Yep.
That's what freed him up for the first down. So it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes. And they are intent on running is that they continue to stay in a full house backfield. This is pretty much the goal line backfield. And unfortunately, in this backfield, we knocked our own quarterback down as he was. What I can't tell with this play, I can't tell how he's dropping back. I'm not sure what he's looking to do, or where he was heading at. But he's the second or third time he's come off the line of scrimmage, and you're wondering, where's he stopping at?
He was actually rolling to the left that time. We had Kogut trying to streak down the left sideline. We had a full backfield, and coach was trying to get them catch them sleeping a little bit.
Well,
and go deep.
Shinsky gave him the best hit of the game and knocked him down. So we go into a shotgun now on 2nd and 13. Screen up the middle, and we couldn't connect on it. I'm not sure. Were we trying to hit Pahutsky?
Pahutsky, I think, in the center, if I'm not mistaken.
But it's 3rd and 13 now for the Red Tornadoes as they had some momentum, and then it turned awful ugly in a hurry here. I'm not sure if I would have just kept running the ball, to tell you the truth, and established some run here, because we just cannot get any momentum offensively here.
Again, you're gonna see that two of the linebackers releasing. Haddock's gonna stay back to protect in the pass. Here you go.
Here they come. He looks downfield for Pahutsky, and Pahutsky catches it. Pahutsky's off to the race. He'll be brought down at the 8-yard line by Shaw, but a great catch by Jonas Pahutsky.
Yeah, Jared Savlov was protecting Jonas, and he sort of hesitated a little bit, and Pahutsky goes up in the air behind Jared and makes the reception.
Oh, that was a pretty play by both of those guys. Wachaleski, the quarterback, he laid it in there perfect. The line gave him enough time. And the Indians bringing everybody.
Yep.
And nice pass play. And just like that, it's 1st and goal from the 9.
Dave Shaw saves the touchdown that time.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
1st and goal, Red Tornadoes. They'll come out in an I formation. Boom, boom, Shinsky at that fullback, and he's in front of DeMarco. And it's going to be Shinsky. And Shinsky plows his way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 5. Now a 3-yard pickup for the Red Tornadoes.
Coach Brennan spreading the defense out as much as possible, putting a split backfield in and diving Shinsky off the right guard.
Okay, Haynes back in now. DeMarco will come out. 4:18 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Red Tornadoes trail 12-7, but are knocking in the door at the 5, and we go into the full house backfield. Shinsky, Demetrius, and Haynes, but we elect to pass the ball, and we throw it down there, and it's Pahutsky, and it's touchdown. They're calling it a touchdown, and the Red Tornadoes take the lead. Nice catch by Pahutsky to save that. It was low, skimming along the grass, and he picks it up. And here you see it. Actually, he had his back to you, so you couldn't get a look at where the ball was, but it's real close, folks. Real close.
That you can't tell.
Cannot tell from that review of it, but quite frankly, it won't really matter because they put the points on the board. It's 13-12 Red Tornadoes, and the Red Tornadoes look like they may go for 2.
They're going for 2, and I'll tell you, he's going for 2 because he knows exactly what Shamokin has in their extra point kicker.
Or the field goal kicker.
Right, the field goal kicker. He tried a 32-yard, and he had enough leg there.
All right, he'll line him up. He's tight. He's one back, just Haynes. Kogut will come in motion towards the Red Tornado sideline. He pitches the ball in. He was trying to hit Kogut. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. It falls incomplete. The Red Tornadoes will remain in the lead by 1 point. It's 13-12 Red Tornadoes at the 4:01 mark of the 3rd quarter. We have to take a moment here. I was eating so much food, and there was so much food up here that I didn't realize who it all brought. After I thanked Vine Street and obviously, Boyers for the wings and stuff. But actually, the superintendent of schools, Cheryl Latour, left a goodie bag up here, which I think you tore her name off and tried to take credit for.
Oh, I did.
That's what Mike Trocchi told me. That's the word in the press box. But I want to say thank you to her. That was very nice of her.
Yes, it was.
She must have heard about me being anorexic after that whole first half.
Yeah, she ran downstairs
She ran down and bought a bunch of
underneath
stuff.
the concession stand there and brought you some stuff up.
All right, what a game. I mean, what an absolute
Excellent.
fabulous football game. So, I mean, back and forth, seesawing, and you know, the rivalry here, the gold bucket, 100 years of football, folks. 100 years out here. And Shinsky will tee it up. This will be Domansky again, and the Red Tornadoes this time all over him, right at the 25-yard line.
Domansky sort of waited a little bit different this time. Domansky took off as soon as he got the ball last time and moved right up the field. This time he was sort of stutter stepping a little bit, looking for some place to run.
All right, the Indians will go on offense here, 1st and 10, and once again they trail in this football game now by 1 point.
I don't see anybody. I'll tell you what, they're about 6, 7 deep around the fences here. I didn't see anybody leaving.
Oh, no, this is, there's a big crowd here tonight, folks, a big crowd. All right. Persing now, I believe, changing the play from what I can tell here. He's going to have to get it going soon, though. The hand went up, and it's a bobbled snap, and he'll go down. Shinsky will make sure that he goes down, but that play blew up from the start with a high snap, and he ran into his own guy trying to catch it, and got all bungled up in there. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
As you watch here, I think they're making that call. The Tornadoes are setting their linebacker a little off center, going to the left. They're trying to protect to the right side of the field. Shamokin's trying to come back through that gap that he's leaving there and trying to catch him with Kodak coming back the opposite way.
Well, they definitely see something, so you can tell he's changing. As I said, very animated quarterback. Now he has everybody out to his left except one guy. He's looking left. He's under, and it's a screen pass to Eby, and Kogut all over Eby. Kogut nails him. Another loss on the play. Ryan Kogut saw that play from the moment it started.
He eyed DB up right from the start, watched him from his corner position, saw what was setting up, and of course comes in and makes an excellent play right here. Look at this.
All right, we'll call it 3rd now, and it's 3rd and 19 or so for the Indians, and the Red Tornado defense has come roaring to life here in the second half. They played a decent first half. They really did. They played very well, but they are playing with a chip on their shoulder right now. All right, Persing gets him set. He's in that shotgun. He said he spends about 95% of the time in the shotgun. He drops straight back. He looks downfield. He's looking for Shaw, and Shaw has it. A great catch by Shaw.
I'll tell you what, Shaw is an outstanding athlete, and he proves it right there.
1st down all the way out to the 44-yard line, Wayne.
What an excellent catch by Shaw. Great pattern, but again, Persing puts it right on the money for Shaw. Shaw never had a stutter step at all for that ball. Catches it and is immediately tackled. I'll tell you what, he was covered by Puhutsky, but Shaw is just one strong athlete. He does a great job out there.
All right, 1st and 10, a little breathing room for the Indians now, out to the 44. 1:49 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Haddock finds that little seam, and now Haddock, again, we need to start tackling the ball carrier, folks.
Let me tell you what, Haddock is one tough runner. He just hit 3 kids coming through the line that time at about 2-yard intervals, puts his shoulder down very, very low, and just a punishing runner.
All right, he takes the ball for 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1. He's in Red Tornado territory now at the Red Tornado 40. Where's he at here? He's about the 46-yard line. They want to measure it now. Let me see. They're gonna take a measurement now because he's in front of the Red Tornado bench here, and we can't see. He looks to be at the 46-yard line, but let me see what they say here. Okay, he didn't pick it up. You can see he holds his hands up. That's like 3 inches, Wayne. That's about 3 inches. It's about how short my belt is right now, going all the way around. It's 3 inches short, and it brings up second down for the Indians. And for Singh having the night that I remember. I mean, I haven't seen him a lot, but this has got to be a night to remember for him. As
he is
playing
outstanding
superb football tonight.
He's keying on everybody that's going out on the pattern. You watch him, he's keying on each one of them. He's not just picking one receiver.
Singh will bring him up. He'll keep Haddock next to him. He's yelling over there to Shaw and Domansky, trying to get them, and he now comes up to tell his line, and now he'll go under center. And he does, and I'll tell you what, third effort, he barely made it, but he will. They'll put his forward progress at the 45, but a nice defensive stand by the Red Tornadoes. It took a third and fourth effort for him to spin away and get the first down.
On the carry, Mark Singh picks up the first down.
All right, 1st and 10.
On the tackle, 1st and 10, Shamokin area.
All right. Minute 17 and counting here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Straight drop back. Looks downfield. He's got a guy wide open. And
that was
the guy that came back in the field, Phillips, the first play he's been back on the field since the injury. He was wide open, and he couldn't hold on.
Great pattern. I'll tell you what, Zach was wide open that time. He's hobbling a little bit. You can see his knees a little sore, but I'm telling you what, that was 100% on his part.
All right, 2nd and 10 now. The Tornadoes have to be a little bit concerned about how open he was.
Yep.
Had he caught that ball, it was a touchdown.
Oh, there was nobody around.
Shotgun formation again for Persing, and this time he hands it to Haddock. And this time Haddock is going to be brought down for a short gain. That's Kyle Savitsky, big number 74. On the play, he wrestles him down after a gain of about 2 on the play. It's 2nd down and 8.
Sean McCollum.
3rd and 8, I'm sorry, 3rd.
Sean McCollum, he's a freshman, number 42, made the initial hit in the backfield. Right there, he makes the tackle, of course, and makes the hit, slows him down, and
my big 3rd down and 8 call now for the Indians. These 2 guys out to his left, 1 right, and he's going to go right. And he's got his man, and that's
Zach
Phillips. And Zach Phillips caught the ball at the first down, and he picked up another 4 yards after that. The ball down to the Red Tornado 32-yard line, 1st and 10. And all of a sudden, he comes back. He was standing on the sideline. I wasn't even sure we'd see him again. He's back in the game and makes big plays.
I'll tell you what. Mark Persing is just having a stellar game tonight. He is passing the ball on target with great accuracy.
That'd be interesting to see at the end of the game when Jose tells us his stats, because he's had a whale of a game. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the third quarter of play here at the Silver Bowl, with the score: the Red Tornadoes 13, the Shamokin Area Indians 12. The Shamokin Area Indians driving with the ball down to the Red Tornadoes 32-yard line. It doesn't get any better than this in the crowd, although I was given warnings, and I think Mike Menepe stuck me with his fork once, but I can't be sure because I didn't see it. But I had a big mark when it was over. But just a great time. I mean, you get to meet the kids. We have the cheerleaders. Last night, the chain gang. It's always good to mention the chain gang. We might need an extra link or maybe a missing one. You never know. Told them to prepare themselves tonight.
I think you're the missing link.
But it's just such a neat time down there. If you have a chance, and come down one night if you want. Come down every Thursday. It's up to you. Cost you $5. You don't have to spend anything else if you don't want. Obviously it's hard to go to Matucci's and not want to eat, when you're there, but you don't have to. All we care about is the $5 for the club dues, which we plow back into the program in different areas. And so if you want to have a great time, back room at Matucci's every Thursday night, 6:15. We'll be there. You'll be there. All right, it's 1st and 10 Indians. Persing bringing them up to the line of scrimmage.
Now, see, Coach Carmel is now in the second half spreading his offense out, and he's getting man-to-man coverage, and that's the reason why Persing is really hitting his receivers here.
Well, the other thing, though, that's Haddock, and this time they're all over again. McCullum, the older McCullum, Mike, on the play. The thing you're looking at here, though, when he does that, the Red Tornadoes absolutely have to put pressure on him.
Yes, you're right.
I mean, there's more guys on the line of scrimmage in red than there are in white when he puts 4 receivers out there, and yet we have not put a lot of pressure on him. 2nd down and 8 now for the Indians, a 2-yard pickup for Haddock. He has Eby and Phillips close to the Red Tornadoes sideline. He's going to try another screen pass and give that one to Ambrose. Ambrose had his hand up so high that Persing could not hit Haddock on the screen pass. Nice play, Mark Ambrose, number 12.
All night long, Mark has been playing that tough. He's putting a lot of pressure, getting in on Mark Persing, getting a hand up in his face, and there's the first time it worked.
All right, it's 3rd down and 8 now for the Indians, and they've had a lot of success on 3rd and long, especially here in the second half. We're in the 4th quarter. The Indians trail by 1 point, 13-12. And the Red Tornadoes blitzing, and they are all over Haddock. Haynes, first it was Mike McCullum, and then it was Haynes, and then it was Shinsky. But they were blitzing. They blitzed right into the play, and that was the end of it for the Indians. You can see Haynes on the outside here. Watch him release. They're all coming in, and Haddock ran right into them, but it was McCullum with great penetration. Big Mike McCullum, 65. A loss on the play, a big loss on the play. It's 4th and 15 now, and the Indians may be in a punt situation, and they are. They're going to try to pin the Red Tornadoes deep in their own territory.
Dave Shaw back to punt for Shamokin.
And Shaw lets it go. It's a nice kick, and we're going to let it bounce. And it's not going to go into the end zone. It's going to go inside the 5-yard line at the, well, let's say the 5. He's going to walk right along the 5-yard line.
10-yard line.
Oh, I'm sorry, 10. I'm sorry. 10. Forgive me. So the ball down at the 10-yard line, a great kick by Shaw. That's exactly, I mean, not a big kick yardage-wise, but that's what they wanted.
Yep, that's exactly what Dave wanted. He just wanted the ball to drop at about the 15-yard line and let it roll where it had to.
Now there's 10:26 remaining in this ball game. A 1-point ball game in favor of the Red Tornadoes. Pinned deep in their own territory. A very, very big offensive series for Big Red. And they come out in a heavy backfield. The Indians all over, and Haynes will make the turn. Haynes stutter steps his way all the way out to the 17-yard line. Again, the Indians shooting every inside gap, and Haynes went around them.
Yeah, they're shooting the inside. Mount Carmel is now the Tornadoes sealing off to the outside. Got Haynes to turn the corner that time. Picks up
8 yards
about 8.5 yards.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 2 now for the Red Tornadoes. As
Haynes has, take a look here. Haynes has to tuck that ball in. He's picking it up over everybody's head. Tuck it in when you're getting ready to be tackled.
All right, we will remain in that heavy backfield. This time it's Shinsky, Demetrius, and Haynes. Wasilewski steps back and talks to them. Here comes the Indians, and it's Haynes. And Haynes will get out to the 20, and that should be a 1st down.
It's going to be close.
See where they, they place it on the other side of the 20. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 inches. First down, I'm sorry.
He gave it to him.
I thought he was on the 10, was sitting right on the 10. So, again, it's a hard angle, but it's 1st and 10, and that's something the Red Tornadoes dearly needed to do.
Hey, you see the guy down there with the white hat?
Yeah.
He's the boss. He makes that call.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 1st and 10. Full house backfield again, and we pitch it to Haynes. This time we're trying to get Haynes on the outside. Haynes stutter steps his way out to the sideline, up the Shamokin sideline.
Still going.
Haynes, and Haynes is broken loose, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take Phillips, and Phillips pushes him out. What a play by Haynes on the sideline, all the way down to the Shamokin area 10-yard line, 11-yard line. Well, he looked like he was stopped 4 times over there.
Yes, he did. I'll tell you what. He has strong legs because here it is right here. Take a look. You think you got him out of bounds. You don't.
Now, he's on the far side of the field, so we're not going to get a great view of him, but watch that play.
In fact, right there, he almost stepped out of bounds. He was trying to walk the edge all the way down.
So it takes Phillips to save the touchdown at the Indian 11. It's 1st and 10 Red Tornadoes, and now they're knocking on the Indian door.
1st and 10 from the 11.
Same full house backfield, only this time it's DeMarco. And DeMarco takes the pitch, and he's going to try to make the turn. And DeMarco inside the 10-yard line down to the 7-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. It's 2nd down and 6.
We put
Dvorsky on the stop.
Yep, you put DeMarco in there for speed. You catch, you seal to the outside, and we've seen DeMarco before. You know, he's not a big runner, but he's probably the fastest runner they have on the team right now.
All right, Kogut trots in with the play for Washaleski. 8:21 and counting here in the final period of play at the Silver Bowl. 1-point ball game. Red Tornadoes up 13-12. They have the ball at the 7-yard line. DeMarco trying to cut outside, and he won't get there. That's going to be 51 who puts the final hit on him, Adam Dirk. But getting off the bottom down there is 49 Haddock. So the 2 linebackers got together on that one, and he's going to lose yardage back almost to the 10-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down now and 8.
Yeah, great play, but it was the end over there. It looked like Nick Demansky, number 40. Yeah, Nick. He kept DeMarco from turning to the outside.
All right, a quick drop pass. He gets Pahutsky in the end zone. Touchdown! And they completely fooled him. They went into a full house backfield like they've been on the entire drive.
Yeah.
All he did was take 3 steps. He turned, and Pahutsky was in the end zone alone.
Yeah, here it is here. He had Zach Phillips coming to the inside, and then automatically, you see, right there, he cut it outside, right in the corner of the end zone.
Oh, pretty pass. He completely fooled the Indians. The score now, the Red Tornadoes 19, the Indians 12, and this is an extremely important extra point try here for Washaleski. And again, he's only doing the replacement duties here until Kufta comes back, and Washaleski puts it up, and he puts it up good. It's good. He's 2 for 2, folks. There it is. Marcus Washaleski, sophomore quarterback, throws the touchdown, and then he goes in and kicks the extra point. What else can you do but catch it? That's the only thing you didn't do. The Red Tornadoes now out to a 20-12 lead over the Indians. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the football game, and it's been a great football game. Some great individual performances on both sides of this football tonight.
James Haynes, that came off that fantastic run by Haynes. Shamokin had to strap down within the 25-yard line at that point in time, and he just breaks down the sideline. And it was right in front of the Shamokin bench, too, all the way down to about the 11 where he was knocked out by Phillips.
Now, that'll do wonders for his average.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, we have, as we talked earlier, been absolutely anemic in the running game, and all of a sudden the running game explodes in front of your eyes, and the Red Tornadoes widen their lead a little bit. Shinsky getting ready to kick off. Shaw now down in the middle. He's got Demansky on one side of him and Evie on the other, and it's going to go down right in the middle of the field is Shaw at the 8-yard line, and Shaw comes up, and Shaw's got a nice return going. He'll be knocked down finally, and it's DeMarco actually who took him off his feet up at the 31-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Indians.
Now the Indians in the last 2 series have spread out their offense, trying to get some gaps, get some seams, but in the last series they were running Haddock off tackle, and the Tornadoes sort of shut that down now.
Kaufman into the Red Tornado lineup, number 71. He's going to line up, I believe, at a defensive tackle spot. He does. You got Savitsky and Goins now on that line. McCullum on the other side at the end, and you got Ambrose at the other defensive end. Persing under center now, and he's going to go back to pass, and he looks downfield. He's got a guy wide open, and that's going to be Jaworski, 23, up at the 30, almost the 40-yard line. It's going to be about an 8-yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Indians.
That's Jaworski just dragging across the center. Persing rolls to the right. Jaworski drags from the left side of his offense, coming out of the slot position, or actually from the tight end position. And it's just a drag play across the center, look for an open spot and hit him.
All right, Persing, straight drop. Got some pressure, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted. It got tipped at the line it got tipped by number 42. And it's Kogut on the run back. But number 42, I believe, tipped the ball, didn't he?
It was either 42, and we'll give him credit on that.
But Kogut intercepts it. Kogut takes it down in the Shamokin territory. The ball will be set down at the Shamokin area. Well, I'll see where they put it down. It looks like the 33-yard line. It is. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes. And here you see it. Kogut on the return. Again, I was looking at where they were placing the ball, but a great defensive effort by the Red Tornadoes. And now they are on offense with the lead. 6:31 remaining in the ball game in Shamokin Indian territory.
I'll tell you what, that is the first mistake that Mark has made. And I'll tell you what, he is playing still an outstanding game here.
DeMarco. And DeMarco will take it down inside the 30. It's hard to tell where let's see where they place it down here. About the 29-yard line.
Yep.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Red Tornadoes.
Lane of 3, 2nd and 7. Ball on the 30-yard line.
This might be a place where you release the tight end down the middle of the field, too. We haven't seen that tonight yet.
Well, I'll tell you what. Poor Zach Phillips down here giving 120%. I'll give him. He's hobbling down here playing this outside corner for Shamokin.
Shinsky right up the middle. And Shinsky will bull his way down to the 27-yard line. It will bring up 3rd down and 4. You know, there's a guy in the Mount Carmel student section dressed like Braveheart. See him down there?
Yep, I do.
I'm very concerned about him. I'm not sure where the Braveheart costume fits in here, but I give him a lot of credit for imagination and ingenuity.
I'm looking to see if there's a full moon.
Yeah. All right, full house backfield. We put Haynes in that tailback spot, and Haynes will get it. And this time he outruns Marcheski. And they're going to stop him, though. Marcheski's the guy that actually ruined that play.
Yep. He's been an itch on that offensive line all night long. For his size, he's making some great moves just to disrupt the blocking scheme there for the Tornadoes. And here's the case here. He had Haynes in the backfield, 5 yards back, and he still makes the tackle downfield anyway.
A big 4th down play. Biggest 4th down play of the game, folks. It's 4th down and a 1 yard. The ball at the Indian 24-yard line. 4:23 and counting in the ball game. The Red Tornadoes clinging to a 20-12 lead. They go into an offset eye, and they pitch it to Kogut, who's going to throw it. And he throws it to Pahutsky, who's wide open, and Pahutsky takes it in for the touchdown. What a play by the Red Tornadoes. Kogut on the halfback option pass. Pahutsky gets behind the defense. 3 plays now. He's completely got behind everybody and scored a touchdown.
Yes, he is.
Here it is. Watch the play. Watch the Indians coming up for the force. Watch him. Now remember, 2 years ago, Kogut was the starting quarterback. Look how wide open Pahutsky is. Jonas Pahutsky in for the touchdown. The score of the Red Tornadoes, 26. The Indians, 12. 4:09 remaining in the ball game. Wasilewski in to attempt the extra point. He's been perfect so far tonight. And Wasilewski puts it up, and it's right through the middle again. And that'll make it 27-12 Red Tornadoes. And there is precious little time left for the Indians. 4:09 remaining in this ball game. It's a 15-point lead for the Red Tornadoes. The Indians have their work cut out for them if they plan on checking out that cold bucket anytime soon.
Right. Some great. Coach Brennan has pulled everything out of the playbook in the second half.
Well,
we haven't seen it this wide open.
I think the point you made there, the second half adjustments and what we did differently are really something. And you got to take your hat off to that coaching staff. I mean, they did some nice things. And again, partly taking advantage, and this is, again, an Indian trademark, you take advantage of such an aggressive defense.
Yes.
And that aggressive defense has gotten them caught now for 3 touchdowns. And again, you want to play aggressive, but everybody hit. It was a 1-yard play. Everybody came up on the line of scrimmage. Now you would have looked at us. We were in an offset eye, so we didn't have a blocking back. We weren't even ready to run it up the middle on that formation. And he throws the halfback option, and really a neat way to do that play on that down. All right, Shinsky lets it rip. It goes right to the middle to Phillips. And now Phillips comes up the field, and he'll be stopped again. DeMarco with the initial hit on the play. He's going to be helped down there by number 4, John Laughlin. But DeMarco, he is a bullet on the special teams.
I'm just going to call that kid Kamikaze. We've seen him last year a number of times. In fact, at the Selinsgrove game, how many times just come in and just put his body out there to make the tackle.
There you see him. And he comes in. All you see is that streak all the time of red coming by you. All right, it's 1st and 10. Indians, the ball sitting squarely on their 35-yard line. 4:04 remaining in this football game. And the Indians have their work cut out on offense. They're going to have to move the ball and do it quickly. They need 2 scores to get back in this football game.
They're going to have to go downfield. And like you said, they're going to have to pick up big chunks of yardage.
All right, Phillips is going to go in motion along the line. Persing straight back. Oh, and we have incidental contact. Eby ran into Kowaleski and hit the ground. A correct call. It was incidental contact. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The ball hadn't even gotten close to them when they tangled up.
And Kowaleski should have went for the ball. The pass was out there.
Yeah. You see the big red cheerleaders, and they're feeling pretty good right now.
Now the Tornadoes in the first half were in there.
There's a timeout on the field here while we have an equipment adjustment.
But defensively, the Tornadoes were running in the first quarter a 5-3. They went back to if you remember last year, we ran that a lot. 3 linebackers, the middle and the 2 outside linebackers. And I think that's where Shamokin was catching us. We're back into a 5-2 like we normally run.
Again, Persing back to pass. This time he's got a lot of room, a lot of time, and he finds Jaworski, and Jaworski in Red Tornado territory down at the Red Tornado 46-yard line.
Again, Jaworski is coming from his tight end position, finding the gap and picking up some big yardage here. He's going to have some good numbers on the night also.
And as soon as they get the down marker set and the clock starts to wind, it does. 3:47 now and counting in the game. Persing under center now, and Persing fakes it and rolls. And he's rolling down, and he tried to get number 12 down there, Shaw, and he just couldn't hold on to it. It'll go incomplete. Demetrius on the coverage for the Red Tornadoes. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10, but it does stop the clock.
Persing on the move here a little bit. We got rolling out to his left. And again, on that right-hand side, you see Mark Ambrose getting his hand up a little bit in Persing's face.
Folks, we've just been informed that this is the first time in Mount Carmel area high school history that a receiver has caught 4 touchdown passes in one game.
Okay.
First time, folks. You saw it. Jonas Bohutsky, number 10, has set a Red Tornado record for most touchdown receptions in a football game. Persing drops back to pass, and this time he got long. I don't know if he was trying to hit Shaw, if he was trying to hit Savlov, Either way, they were both covered, and the ball goes incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10.
James Goins came in, and he might even gotten a hand on it, but puts great pressure on Persing. Goins starting to make a little bit of some good moves over there on the right side of that defensive line.
Moreau's in nice position on the defensive coverage also. All right, it's 3rd down and 10. The ball inside Red Tornado territory, just inside the Red Tornado 46. 3:32 remaining on the clock. The Indians trail 27-12. Persing, straight back, looking downfield. He's got Haddock, but a great play by number 42 for the Red Tornadoes, Sean McCullum. Again, as you said, here's a freshman, Sean McCullum, stops Haddock at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down and 5.
Haddock came out of the backfield up through the center. If McCullum's not there, he picks up a big chunk of yardage.
And that was the surest hit as you're going to put on Haddock. 4th down and 5. Haddock the lone back, and Persing under center. And he stumbles a little bit on his own guy, but he looks downfield, and he's got Jaworski, and he missed it. He dropped it. He had Jaworski. The ball squirted loose, and the Indians turned the ball over. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the football game at 2:53 remaining. Unless a miracle happens, the Indians are going to walk away without that bucket.
Yeah, Jaworski.
I thought he had this. Well, no, he didn't. He never really had control. I thought he did at first, but he did. He never had control. Well, 100 years here, guys. I told you this in the beginning. 100 years of Shamokin Mount Carmel football. Bohutski sets the all-time Red Tornado record for catches by one guy in a game for a touchdown. 4. That's a record. And that's a lot of years to score that record for Jonas. Flag down on the field. I always love when they throw a flag like this because I have absolutely no idea. Nobody moved. Nobody did anything. It wasn't too much time. It wasn't any, I always get astounded by that. It's going to go against the Red Tornadoes because they're walking back to the Boyers parking lot. Illegal. Oh, it's against the Indians. Illegal participation on defense.
Yeah, we had one too many men on the field.
The old heart attack call. I never see that. You know what? I mean, I never do. I watch these. I'm watching this game. I'm sitting here. I can see the whole field. I never see anybody get that call, and yet there they make it. All right, it's going to bring up a 1st down and 5 then for the Red Tornadoes. The ball at the Red Tornado 45-yard line. They're in that heavy defense, and Shinsky right up the middle, and Shinsky will pick up about, we'll give him 3 yards out to about the 48-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. They got a man down on the field. That's Boom Boom. Boom Boom's got, it looks like Boom's got the cramp. And try to picture a leg like a sequoia and having a cramp in it. I mean, you don't want to think about that. But he's down on the field. We'll take a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do the best part of the whole evening here and tell you how it is that you got this game and why you're here and watching such a fabulous game. Some of the best shots you're ever going to see. You saw it tonight on the sidelines. The crew tonight on the cameras is Brandon Ashbaugh, Mike Purcell, Jesse McPhee, Jared Cambria, Ashley Krusky, Robin Hampton, and Adam Jurafsky. The grips where Kerry Flynn?
Yep.
Cody Minnick, James Klein, graphics, Dave Hummel, master control, Scotty the Man, Bolick, and Jared Cambria. He must have had a little assistance today. It was a big game. They brought in an assistant. And still photography, Paige Schaffler and Kyle Schauer. I'm sorry, Schauer. I got to talk to the guy who wrote this one.
I know.
This is a new guy who wrote this one up for me, and I'm a little trouble reading it. But they're the guys that brought it in. Of course, Mark Szymanski. Not Szymanski. Mark. In the first half with us.
No. Okay.
Mark Stankiewicz, not Szymanski. Mark Stankiewicz.
I didn't even know where you were going with this.
I completely forgot what I was going to do. There was a first down for the Red Tornadoes. I'm sorry. Mark Szymanski doing some play-by-play with us in the first half. An absolute pleasure, and we have got his assurances that Mark will return to this booth before the end of the season, maybe even next week in an away game. So we're looking forward to that. But what a night for this crew. And of course, they're thinking they're in heaven because it's the first night, in a month that it hasn't rained on them.
That's right.
They don't have to clean every court off with 9 miles of mud. Shinsky will bull his way down over the 45-yard line down to the 44-yard line. The clock continues to tick away, a minute 33 here.
Second and a long 7 to go.
No, they just caught that I said the wrong name down there. It was Mark Stankiewicz. What are they doing down there?
Well,
Scotty go down to the Borders for a soda or what?
Scotty's going to turn your volume down. That's what he's going to do.
Oh, now I'm nervous about those guys. And they gave him an assistant, too. He's supposed to be ready for these kind of mistakes. All right, the Red Tornadoes taking their good old time here as Washaleski's under center. And he puts his hand up, and he's looking at that ref, and it's DeMarco, and DeMarco's going to try to get outside. He won't. They'll wrestle him down right around the 45-yard line, but the key here is we went under a minute, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Silver Bowl in the 100th meeting between the Shamokin squad and the Mount Carmel squads, as they were called different things over the years, but they will meet. The Coal Bucket will stay for the 11th straight year at Mount Carmel, and I said they're going to have to build a special trophy case of that if it ever leaves any longer at Mount Carmel. But a great football game. I look forward to hearing the stats here. There's 20 seconds remaining. I'm truly interested in the stats from Persing on the Shamokin side of the ball. Oh. He had just a great football game. Really played his heart out over there. Washaleski will take a knee, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the football game here at the Silver Bowl. The Red Tornadoes have beaten their arch rival, the Shamokin area Indians. They even their record at 2-2. The Indians will fall to 1-3. And for the Indians, the part that they really think about at 1-3 is they've now become seriously endangered of not making the districts, even with an 18 district. So they gotta bear down. I don't know who they play next week, but they're gonna have to definitely bear down and win that game next week. It was good to see a game like this for the Red Tornadoes, of course, coming off the worst loss in 80-some years. It always amazes me, the resilience of kids. The parents understand this, but the regular people out there like us, like we mope around for the whole 7 days like it's the end of the world, and they certainly they were embarrassed. Certainly they didn't like it, but they also know it's not the end of the world, unlike us. So
that's right.
It's good to see they were able to look at it that way. They had a great week of practice. They didn't lose confidence in themselves. And of course, you had, there was a lot of goofs out there with 1,000 things to be doing. The bottom line is they righted their ship. They won a big game against their arch rival. They have a game next week that's winnable for them. I mean, every game is winnable, but one that they want to think they can go out and win. They're 2-2. They needed the win, or they would have been in serious trouble of kissing that 8-team playoff goodbye. So a good night for the Red Tornadoes. Again, the Indians and Coach DeFrancesco. Of course, Coach DeFrancesco has never beaten Mount Carmel in his tenure at Shamokin, and I'm sure that doesn't make him happy. But they played a great game. They really did. It was a clean game. All the stuff you're looking for, a hard-fought game. It goes back and forth, and all the things you're looking for in a football game. And, of course, the Coal Bucket is going to stay here for one more time. And you can see the Red Tornadoes in the middle of the field there and the cheerleaders and all with the Coal Bucket. So a bitter defeat for the Indians. They'll have to think about this next year for the 101st year. The Coal Bucket will remain in Mount Carmel hands, and they're going to have to regroup. The Indians need to regroup now. They need to start looking down at the beginning of their season or the end of the season.
You take a look at how they played tonight. They came out like gangbusters. They played the game from beginning to end. Played some great football. Some Dave Shaw. What more can we say about Dave Shaw? Haddock played a great game. Forbes played a great game from his linebacker position. Dirk played a fantastic game. Zach Phillips.
Jaworski had a game. I don't know if I said his name yet.
Jaworski. There's Phillips, who played a fantastic game in the first half. Got hurt
right near the end.
Right at the end. Came back in, taped up, hobbled on the field. And I'll tell you what, he gave 110% out there and played his heart out. Persing, though, I'll tell you what, there's a kid, if he wants to look at a call, here's a game that that he should tape and save and send away to some coaches, because I don't think anybody's going to see another game of quarter. I haven't seen in a number of years a quarterback have a game like he had tonight.
Yeah, he really stepped forward. He really did. Under the conditions here with a giant crowd, just stepped up to the plate and said, "I'm going to do it." And he gave the Red Tornadoes what they can handle and then some.
Yep.
It took a great effort by the Red Tornadoes, and let's talk about that for a second. Defensively, played extremely well. I said, despite the fact that Persing threw the ball all over them, they played very well. They held when they had to. The two real problems were the offense, where the offense gave the ball to the Indians and resulted in the scores. You cannot downplay the fact that we set a record tonight for the most touchdown receptions by a receiver in a football game, number 10, Jonas Pahutsky. And they were, talk about convincing catches. He was well behind the secondary in each one and had a great football game. And of course, you can't set a receiving record for touchdowns unless the quarterback is throwing the ball to you. I think Marcus had his best game, certainly of the year. Played very well. Had an interception, but again, I think played very, very well.
Yes, he did.
Played
smart.
I was going to say played smart, had a real feel for what was going on around him, knew when he couldn't do something and then didn't do it. And a lot of times you look at a quarterback and you watch a whole game, and the thing that sticks in your mind is, well, he got sacked or something. But quite frankly, if a quarterback makes the conscious decision to do that, to get sacked, instead of throwing the ball and really screwing up, that's a good play.
Yes, it is.
You got to think of that. I think Marcus really showed that tonight. I think this is his real coming out game of the 2006 season. And again, he does it, under extreme pressure. Obviously, he heard everybody last week, and he heard, the 3 interceptions and all. Kids hear things, but the bottom line is he was a fantastic quarterback. He is one now. He was one last year. He will be one next year.
Yes.
The future is unlimited for him, and that's all. That's all he needs to think about, is that the future is just going to be there, play his game. Everybody needs to help a little bit. I think the running game, which was dismal in the first half, pretty much indicative of the way it was all season until the second half.
Right.
The second half comes and Haynes makes a big run, jump starts himself. They go into that heavy backfield, and then they say, and basically that heavy backfield says, "Oh, we're running the ball. We're going to ram it right down your throat. So get ready and then see if you can stop us." And that's what they did.
Well, I'll tell you what. You have to take your hat off, or my hat off, or whatever you want to do, to the coaching
Take your hat
staff.
off. I'm not wearing one.
Are you really?
No, you can't just weave.
I'm sorry. No, but you got to commend the coaching staff on the readjustment of what needed to be done from the first half to the second half. Completely a different game. Defensively, I think we sort of took Shamokin out of their running game. It was Haddock. I think they were making that play call on the positioning of our linebackers, and I think we might have been looping back into the hole that time, and we did shut that down.
I don't know, Jose, if Jose can hear us down there. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can, Warren.
Okay.
Right now.
We're ready.
Okay, real quick, for Shamokin, 21 rushes, 70 yards. Obviously a great second half, big difference in the second half. Passing, 9 of 9 in the first half, finished 15 of 27 for 144. So that made them, 15 of 22 for 144. So that made them 6 of 13 in the second half. Much better job by Big Red. 13 first downs. For Mount Carmel, 39 rushes, 135 yards, 7 of 13 passing for 184, 14 first downs. One thing, I hope you guys got the message from me. Jonas Pahutsky, first time ever a receiver at Mount Carmel area, 4 touchdown receptions in a single game. Unofficially, real quick, he finished with 5 for 162 yards. I think it's probably the second best single game in Mount Carmel history. And off the top of my head, I think Dabby had 178 or something like that back in 1966. We talked about the first half coming back out. I think that was the key. We did a great job defensively. I never saw a Mount Carmel team play with as much emotion as we did in the second half for a long, long time. And I appreciate their effort. I think they understand now what it is to play tornado football. I think if they carry this through the rest of the year, we can have a very successful football season, and I think they came of age. Real happy with Marcus, and defense just did an awesome job in the second half.
Yeah, we said you're basically uttering the same things we just talked about a little while ago. We think, again, Jonas, what can you say about Jonas Bohutski? But Jonas Bohutski doesn't set a record without Marcus Wasilewski throwing him the ball.
And Ryan Kogut.
Yeah, and Kogut throwing.
How do you like that call, guys?
Yeah, 1 yard, 4th and 1. We send we come out of that. It's an offset eye and go into a halfback option pass. So I got to talk to Mike about this innovation because I didn't think he had that one in him, but he did.
No, he did, and it was what a great time to call it. Give Coach Carmel a lot of credit. The team played with a lot of heart. They played real tough. It was just the Shamokin Mount Carmel game that we came to expect all these years. And you know what? 1-2 records coming in didn't matter one iota. These teams both left it out on the field, and I think that's why this game is the great game that it is, especially now with 100 under our belts.
I mean, it's why it's really the best game of the season. I mean, it doesn't matter, how we end up or how they end up. It's always the best game of the season for us.
One other thing I can mention, maybe James Haynes came of age too tonight, 13 for 119. I told him it's his first 100-yard game. I said, don't let it be your last. And continue that. Know what it feels like. Run hard like that. And I saw him run a lot harder tonight than he did all season.
Yeah.
And I think, it's a young team, experience-wise. And I think, you have to go through things and experience things to understand what you're capable of. And I just really hope and I really believe that they did come of age tonight.
I agree, Jose. Thanks again for the stats. Jose, are you going to wait at the gate for a minute when we come down?
Sure, I'll give that a shot. Sure.
All right, we'll meet you down below there. Wait, we have another. Go ahead.
Warren was asking, he wanted to ask you at halftime, that call in the first half down on the 5-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
The 10-yard line where I think they counted the number of defenders for the Tornadoes, said there were too many. They
threw a flag and they picked it up. They marked off 5 yards and then marched back. What was that?
Warren, the game runs together. I'm sorry. If you would ask me at halftime, maybe I
forgot. I forgot to ask you at halftime.
I'm sorry. It's not ringing any bells right now.
All right, thanks. We'll talk about it then.
Kyle.
All right, gang, we're going to wrap this thing up from the Silver Bowl. Again, I want to thank Jose for the stats, of course. Again, a thank you to Mark Stankiewicz. Truly enjoyed Mark's insights into the game.
That was great.
Look forward to Mark. Mark's a great kid. Look forward to him coming and becoming part of this team for the rest of the year, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
As many times as he can, we hope he will. We look down the road. This is a Wednesday night. Remember, you catch us every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock during the football season. You catch us courtesy of Service Electric Cablevision in Sunbury. Of course, the fine folks out there who make this all possible, allow us to cut in and use Channel 13 for these broadcasts. And, of course, all WKMC TV broadcasts throughout the week. Football is just a very small part of what WKMC TV does. So we thank them. We look forward. We go down the road 2 days from now. We will be in Bloomsburg for a match with the Bloomsburg Panthers, a reuniting with the Bloomsburg Panthers. It's been since the either late 60s, I guess it was the last time we played the Bloomsburg Panthers. And I want to just say one quick thing about the Bloomsburg Panther game. We go down to Bloomsburg and play, but there's a clip, and Phil Gergen had reminded me of it earlier today. There's a clip of Bloomsburg when they played here. One of the games in Lenny Guarna. You know, Lenny was a teacher and a coach here and all.
Great coach.
Lenny Guarna was a tailback. He makes the cut upfield about the 20-yard line, our own 20-yard line. A guy reaches in and knocks his helmet off. He then proceeds to run 80 yards without a helmet. And you know what, Lenny? I only knew Lenny when, let's face it, he was kind of thinning there a little bit, okay? Lenny has a full head of dark jet black hair, and you see him run down the sidelines. And I hopefully we could put that on. If Dave hears this, and we'll talk to Dave when we leave, he can throw a clip of that on. It is a truly fantastic moment in Mount Carmel area football to see Lenny take off, and that helmet comes off. He doesn't miss a beat. He runs down. So we will see everybody in Bloomsburg on Friday night to meet the Panthers and hope the momentum that we gained here against the Indians continues. I'm sure it will. So we look for a great game. I just want to say that it's been a great game for us.
Yes.
The kids did a great job. On behalf of all of us here, and of course Jose and Mark and myself and Wayne, this has been a sports presentation of WKMC TV. Thank you all, and we will see you next week.